What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans and Minnesota Timberwolves fans? Welcome to TSR Sports as the Minnesota Timberwolves host my San Antonio Spurs on a Thursday night NBA game where I'll be calling a play-by-play. I'll have a live scoreboard over my head, hopefully a fun interactive chat, and because he's not playing tonight, I got DeJounte Murray with me. NBA All-Star DeJounte Murray of the San Antonio Spurs. Thank you all for being here. You know the deal. Hit that thumbs up. It does help the channel. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And as always, go Spurs go! And if you ain't down with that, we got two words for you. Chuck Norris! All right. Good evening, Sebastian. Razel, purely checking from the Philippines. Ace Jude, thank you for stopping in. Of course, the big news since I've last saw you guys live, and a lot of you watched the video I did on it because I was making fun of the Lakers. The Spurs won Tuesday night, and the Lakers lost, which hence, therefore, ergo, the Spurs have clinched a spot in the play-in, and they could actually get to the number 9 seed. It really doesn't matter, 9, 10, home game, away game. We actually think we're better on the road, so these games don't mean a ton. I will be calling tonight's game, obviously. Probably not calling Saturday night's game against the Warriors. I'm going to go out with friends for the UFC and then just wrap up the season finale on Sunday against, who's our last game against? Dallas Mavericks. God, I think about that. Glaze and Bacon, good evening. Hey, Romeo Langford might play tonight. He's probable. I think Lonnie DeJounte is out. Doug McDermott's out. Jacques Lindale is out. I think Lonnie might be out. I'm not totally sure on that. What up, full-time Spurs fan? Calder Jester, yes, we did clinch. AB, it's going well. And I'm glad you're back. And for those of you that haven't watched it, I did do a video where I trolled the Lakers. I put it in my community notes earlier today. Instead of big girls don't cry, it's Lakers fans cry. Or Lakers fans do cry. No, Lakers fans, four syllables. Lakers fans cry instead of big girls don't cry. Anyway, thank you for stopping in. Mile High, thank you. And good news, the Toronto Raptors clinched a playoff spot, so we will be getting their first round pick. We have the Celtics first round pick. We have our own first round pick. So play-in and 3 first round picks. And if they miss the playoffs and losing the play-in, they're going to get a lottery pick. If they make it, then do I think we can beat the Suns in the first round? Probably not, but anything's possible. We didn't think we'd make it this far, did we? Yes, Romeo the GOAT apparently is probable tonight. Phil, channel member, thank you for stopping in. Alani is out, but Devin and Romeo, where art thou for Romeo, is good to go. Kerm, what's up? Let's not have Romeo play. We need him for the... yeah, because he'd probably get hurt again, right? By the way, Karl Anthony Towns, they're showing him right now, franchise record 60 points last month for Spurs. What's the over-under on Karl Anthony Towns tonight on Cat? 40 points. I got to think the line's right there, 40. Warrior Family channel member, thank you for stopping in. Go Spurs, go to you. Do you feel like the season was a success, Mike? Yes. I would say this was a success. Pop got the record. That's something Spurs fans wanted to see. We wanted to see the team compete and play hard and grow. We've seen that. Some fans wanted to see the play-in, some didn't. But overall, that's success. And the trades actually ended up being to our benefit. I was, on the fence whether that Derek White trade was a good move or not. I was kind of leaning towards maybe. And Josh Richardson has kind of taken over, not the same exact role, but he plays defense. He can shoot the 3. He's different than Derek White. Derek is a slasher. He can get to the rim, and we already have plenty of guys that can do that. So having a legit 3-point threat on the floor who can play defense, a 3D player like Josh Richardson has been a pleasant surprise, plus that first-round pick. So I'd say this season's been a success. Absolutely. 43.5. Chris Kim, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Romeo going to twist his ankle while checking. Don't say that, man, because that might happen. Sorry about now doing busy stuff and going to be like with Tony. Going to be like with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and everyone else. Okay. Jess, yes, Trey Jones is starting. Hans, go Spurs, go. Butterfly, thank you for stopping in. Carl, good evening. Go Spurs. I hope every Spurs player sees. Yeah, well, I mean, health can derail a season, for sure. Too many players got their career high against the Spurs. Yes, they have, AB. Yes, they have. Romeo going to have a sprint. Okay, so the Romeo jokes are coming out. Lane Garcia, good evening with the OKC sticker. Well, thank you for stopping in. Man, as a Spurs fan, this year was a success. A lot of people picked the Spurs to finish in the bottom 3 of the Western Conference. In my early streams, and you would have to watch the preseason stream because I'm not going to go try to find it. I know for a fact I said the Spurs would win 32 to 36 games, and they're right there. Now, if they win out the rest of the year, their last 3 games, they'll actually exceed that and get to 37. So then I'll be wrong. I don't see us winning the last 3 games. So I think they're going to fall right in where I thought they would be. Vince, go Spurs, go to you. Ernesto does do. I don't know. Does it? Does it? Hey, you think we beat New Orleans in the play-in? We can definitely beat the Pelicans in the play-in. A lot of what was with the Lakers fans Tuesday night? I mean, there's a lot of cool Lakers fans, but man, I've never had so much toxicity in a chat as I did that night. I don't know why they were hating the Spurs so much. I was actually talking to Bad Dog Sports on the Twitter, and he's like, "Man, I don't usually get that." Or he just, he was a little surprised too. It's like, yeah, I know you're upset the Spurs technically knocked your team out, but your team knocked themselves out by going on a 7 game losing streak. That's not our fault. No, he does not, Ernesto. Cheating on work to check out. Hey, Vito, thanks for stopping in. DeJounte Murray is still out. Maybe they're saving him for the play-in. I don't know. Good. Nope. That's why DeJounte Murray is right here. He's going to call the game with me, but he's been very quiet tonight. A man of action, not of words, apparently. Romeo was the best Spur. Don't sleep on him. Okie We did beat Denver, Razel. A lot of people did not think we could beat the Denver Nuggets, and Jokic took, 35 shots in that game? So, yeah, you just, you let the main guy go off, and then you just hope the rest of the team doesn't beat you, and that's what happened. Are you talking about Cowboys fans, Vince Martinez? Those are Kobe and LeBron fans, not Lakers. Mike Diaz, you might be right. I feel like if LeBron James leaves the Lakers, then you're going to see Laker Nation get a lot smaller because you're going to follow him wherever he goes. Joe Castle goes first, go from San Antonio. Hey, Rich and guys, have you guys seen this? Definitely peed me off. Seen what? I don't know what we're seeing, Ray. I got nothing. Yes, Brianna DeJounte is still out. I don't know. I want to say he's pulling a Kawhi. Let's not go that hard. If Trey has 7+ assists and 0 turnovers tonight, he'll have the all-time NBA record. Phil, is that the record for most assists in a row without a turnover? That kid, man, he's proven me something the last few weeks, especially in the starting role with DeJounte Murray out. You know what? He's won me over, and I'm glad he has. I love to be wrong about our players. If I scratch my head and go, I don't know if he's the guy, I love it when they prove me wrong, and he's been proving me wrong. So good on him. Those Lakers fans said that the Nuggets purposely. No, he didn't. Demon, what's up? Joe Castles with the $5 super chat says, "Good job, love it, thank you." Nice little sticker. You, sir, get Go Spurs, go to you. Yeah, okay, yes, so 7 assists. Okay. Kelvin's never scored 40 points in his career. I would love to see that tonight. I'm wearing his jersey for crying out loud. I mean, come on. Bro, Bron should come to San Antonio. Did you guys see? Actually, speaking of Luke, good evening. I will check out all the stuff you sent on the Discord. I've been a little busy today, especially with the music stuff. So LeBron James, they played a video. Apparently, he said he wants to play with Steph Curry, and I saw a video of Steph Curry's response, and he said something like, "Yeah, I'm good right now." I think LeBron leaves the Lakers. I think he leaves the Lakers if he can. I don't know if he's under contract, if he's under a player option, team option, but he's gonna. That's the Titanic in Los Angeles right now. They have no draft picks. They have an aging, expensive roster. If he can jump ship, he will. He has no loyalty to any team. Let's be honest. I'm not trying to trash the guy, but it sounds like I am. But he's going to go wherever he can win, and LA is not looking like that right now. Wolves start Beverly, Beasley. Oh, Malik Beasley's in the lineup. Edwards, Vanderbilt and Town. Oh, Vanderbilt's in the lineup. All right. Wow. Thanks, man. Denver did not throw that game. That's ridiculous. I think Jokic was tired at the end. I honestly do. He looked tired. His shots were falling a little short. Let me get that lineup one more time. Beverly, Beasley's in the lineup. Okay, move him up. Oh, they're putting it up right now on my TV. All right, so for the Wolves, Anthony Edwards, Jared Vanderbilt, Karl-Anthony Towns, Malik Beasley, and Patrick Beverly will be starting for the Spurs. Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl, Joshua Primo, and Trey Jones. My channel member Phil let me know if Trey Jones gets 7 assists tonight without a turnover. So he needs 7 assists in a row with no turnover. He sets the NBA record for most assists in a row without turning the ball over, which would be ridiculous. Sly Fox, yeah, he's been playing well. My opinion's definitely changed. I need Vanderbilt to score first. Do you have like some kind of weird Las Vegas bet? LeBron gets all the credit when his team wins and gets no blame when they underachieve. Ernesto, that's kind of. I mean, the health excuse has been used a lot with the Lakers, but other teams have had injuries. And like Denver, doesn't Denver lose two of their best players, Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr.? Haven't they been out without them this year, and they're still in the playoffs? Playoffs? A Romeo Langford? No, you won't. Lakers purposely lost. There you go. Lakers purposely lost against the Suns. LeBron James was healthy and chose not to play. Players are on the court, and away we go. Oh, let's get some revenge on the Wolves. Let's get some revenge on Karl Anthony Towns for dropping 60 on our heads last month. That was brutal. Bill Land, Sean Elliott calling it for the Spurs tonight. Devin Vassell pull-up jumper from the free throw line, bounces around, no good. And headband power for the Timberwolves. They got Patrick Beverly rocking a headband. Who else is rocking the headband for them? D'Angelo Russell, headband power for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards drives, takes into the paint, throws up the layup high over Jakob Poeltl. And you did not get your bet, my man. Anthony Edwards is the first scorer on the game. Lonnie is out. Lonnie is out. For the Wolves, real quick, their lineup: Beverly, Russell, Edwards, Beasley, and Vanderbilt. For the San Antonio's, oh wait, and Cat. Wait, I got way too many guys out there. I got 6 people in their starting lineup. Something's not right here, Rich. I got one guy I need to move off the starting lineup. Let's look at Minnesota's lineup: Edwards, Vanderbilt, Towns, Beasley, and Beverly. Wait, where's D'Angelo? Wait, no. I thought I saw D'Angelo Russell out there. No. Oh, it's not D'Angelo Russell. I thought D'Angelo Russell's on the floor. That's Jared Vanderbilt. My bad. And Edwards with a buzzer beater as I'm fixing my starting lineup. I just assumed that was Anthony Edwards out there with the headband. Or not Anthony Edwards. I'm so confused. Is D'Angelo Russell out tonight? Now the Spurs turn the ball over. Wolves up 4-0, 10.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Let me get focused on the game. Edwards way out in three-point land. Pick and roll with Karl Anthony Towns. Drives. And we'll back it up to Cat. Cat drives in the paint. Euro step, gets fouled. And Jakob Poeltl with the foul already. He had a lot of foul trouble with Jokic. Under 230, 100%. I don't know. For the Spurs, by the way, just to reiterate the starting lineup, it is Jakob Poeltl, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, Joshua Primo, and Trey Jones. DeJounte Murray out again. Russell's out with a hamstring. Oh, okay. I got confused. I don't know what I was thinking there, guys. I'm sorry. You're watching the game. You're playing with the scoreboard. You're watching the chat. Cat with 60 points and 17 boards last time he played the Spurs. Misses the first free throw. He has gotten a little better on 3, Mito. He needs to get a little more consistent. Easy win, Minnesota. A lot of people the last 2 weeks have said easy win for the opposing team, except for Portland. The Spurs are 7-1 in their last 8 games. Now, Minnesota is a stacked team, and he missed both free throws. It's going to be, if the Spurs win, it's going to be tough and a close game. I think they can win. It's going to be a tough game. I'll just leave it at that. Keldon Johnson with the ball drives into the paint, and another turnover on the Spurs. I don't know if that was a foul or travel, but either way, the Spurs offense in the first 2 minutes is looking horrendous. Worst Lakers team ever? Probably, Carl. The Lakers were expected to win the championship this year, or at least make the NBA Finals. I heard yesterday the Lakers were the first team to not make the playoffs that were one of the top 2 teams to be picked to win it all. That's a miss. Jakob Poeltl rebound. Spurs on the run. So I didn't see who shot that. I had the Lakers stat in my head. Keldon into the paint. Back out to Trey Jones. Jones going to drive. Kicks it out to Devin Vassell for 3. No good. Long rebound. Falls in the hands of Jared Vanderbilt. The Spurs haven't scored yet. 2.5 minutes into the game, we have not scored. Beverly step back jumper is no good. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound. Trey Jones will bring it up for the Spurs. Who's going to step up for San Antonio? How about an alley-oop slam dunk to Joshua Primo with the thunder dunk of justice? An alley-oop to Joshua Primo? Optimus Primo? Autobots transform and roll for it. Cat's wide open for three. He'll take the three. He'll rattle the three in and out. Ball will go out of bounds and stay with the Wolves. Mike Diaz, facts. D'Angelo Russell was not the bad guy for exposing the truth of Swaggy P. Russell was doing the right thing. Who's Swaggy P? I don't know who that is. Swaggy P? I've never heard Swaggy P before. I probably should know this. Is this an NBA player or is this a rapper? Because Swaggy P sounds like a rapper to me. Timberwolves ball, baseline three, no good. And a fight for the board. And the putback by Cat is an air ball. But the follow up by Jared Vanderbilt is good. Malik Beasley missed the three, by the way. 6-2, 8:45 to go. Murray's out. Really? Are they talking about Murray being out more? What's going on with him? Primo for three. Short, no good. Cat with the rebound. By the way, if I say Cat throughout the night, Spurs fans, Timberwolves fans, obviously I'm talking about Karl Anthony Towns, the best player on the floor. And now a steal. Devin Vassell on the fast break. Layup, no good. Keldon Johnson with the putback is good. Devin wanted to push in the back then and get it. 8:15 to go. Timberwolves up 6-4 in a kind of slow game to start. Edwards drives into the paint and gets the layup on Joshua Primo. 8-4. Veronica, thank you for stopping in. James, no argument here. Oh, Nick Young. I don't remember him. Trey Jones, runner in the paint. Swish. 8-6. I'd like to win tonight. I'd like a win. This isn't a target center, so the Timberwolves are the home team. Beverly with the run. The layup off high off the glass, no good. Fouling the Spurs, 2 free throws coming up. Roy, greetings from Connecticut. That guy Joe, go Spurs, go. I don't remember Swaggy P. Nick Young? Nope, no free throws. Instead, we have a Karl Anthony Towns three-pointer. Well, that's even worse. 11-6. Trey Jones drives into the paint. Back out to Devin Vassell. Vassell will now take off into the paint. Back out to Joshua Primo. He'll drive into the paint. Up and under. He'll pass it out to Devin Vassell. Over to Trey Jones. That was a whole lot of running into the paint and throwing it out. And Trey Jones has a turnover, Phil. Trey Jones has turned the ball over. So much for that NBA record. Edwards for three, good. And Pop's going to call a timeout. Timeout Spurs, 14-6 as their offense is a no-show so far. And Trey Jones had a chance at an NBA record for most assists in a row without a turnover. And that just ended. Nick Young, Clippers, Lakers, and 76ers. Bucks, Yankees, Chiefs, St. Louis Blues fan. Thank you for stopping in. Go Yankees to you. Yeah, gosh darn it, Trey. Nick Young was a bit of a flash in the pan. If you recall the meme celebrating too early three-point shot, that's him. Nick Young. I'm seriously drawing a blank on Nick Young. I gotta look him up. 2000. He played from 2008 to 2019. He had a few good years. He averaged 17.4 points per game in 2010, 17.9 in 2013. Not a great shooter for his career, only 42% from the field. Really didn't offer anything else. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 11.4 points per game in 22 minutes. Looked like he was mostly a backup, was a spot starter for 4 years, and then started, oddly enough, for the Lakers in 2016-17. Started every game he played in, 60 of 60. That's odd, but I don't remember him. And it even has that as his nickname on Basketball Reference, Swaggy P. Also, Bean Burrito, The City, Uncle P. Where's all the P coming from? His name is Nicholas Aaron Young. What's the letter P for? Okay, I got nothing. Maybe you guys know. Nick was a meme who could get some buckets, if anything. Will the bum still play after? No, I think LeBron James is done for the year. No reason for him to play whatsoever. I think he sits out the rest of the year. Is that what that stood for? Is that what the P is for? Pianist? Wow. Carl, are you talking to yourself? Or are you talking about Cat? The butterfly doesn't want to see any swaggy. Pen is in the chat. Respect. I hear you, butterfly. Man, Trey Jones with a turnover. That makes me sad. Oh, I do remember that incident, Playmaker Guido. The Gilbert Arenas incident. Okay. I don't remember Nick Young being part of that, but I do remember Gilbert Arenas being part of that. So, okay. Fair enough. San Antonio Spurs record without DeJounte Murray. First 9 games, 1-8. The last three, 3-0. Last 3 games, Trey Jones, 13.7 points per game, 8.7 assists, 0 turnovers, but he did turn the ball over tonight. I thought you were talking about Cat. I was like, it sounded like you were talking to yourself, man. Spurs ball, 7 minutes to go. Jakob Poeltl in the paint, layup, good. Maybe the offense can wake up off after the pop 10 timeout because the offense is pretty rough right now. Spurs have the Golden State Warriors Saturday night. I'm leaning towards not calling that game. They have the Mavericks Sunday. I'll probably call that just as a season ender. But I think I might hang out with friends Saturday night. Turnover, Spurs fast break. Trey Jones into the paint with the layup. The team seemed to be playing a little better after the timeout. Quick pull up three down the other end. Ooh. Primo and Beverly have a little, not Beverly, Vanderbilt have a little collision. No whistle. And now a foul on the Timberwolves down the other end. 14-10, 6:30 to go. It got passed in the feed, but D'Angelo let me know that Nick Young was. Oh, okay. Warriors will start Poole, Thompson, Wiggins, Green, Looney versus Lakers. Who's the Lakers starting lineup, J Money? Is LeBron out? He's got to be out. Trey DeJounte, he doesn't want to ride with us no more? Come on. Come on. By the way, very interesting. And some of the comments you guys put on my trolling Lakers video the other day, or yesterday I did it, when this, I woke up and I found out the Lakers lost. A lot of you don't like when channels root for tanking. Down Vassell into the paint, throws up the layup, and it's good as he slices, he dices, he cuts the defense up 12 different ways. 14-12, the Spurs are waking up. Josh Richardson, who's been fantastic since the trade. Well, he struggled his first few games with the Spurs as he wasn't getting minutes. Beverly drives on Josh Richardson, as I mentioned him, and gets a layup in the paint. LeBron and AD Westbrook out. Yeah, J Money, I think they're done for the year. Josh Richardson, as soon as I praise him, gets beat on a drive, takes a shot and misses it. It's Timberwolves ball. And the shot in the paint is no good by Jared Vanderbilt. Spurs ball. Josh Richardson will bring it up for San Antonio. Jay Rich pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Back to Jakob. Jakob in the paint. Throws up the little jumper. He could have dunked that. Jakob, throw it down. Man, come on. Jalen, a Timberwolves fan, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, the offense finally woke up after the pop timeout. Cat with the ball right now. Drives into the paint. Gets all sorts of stops, but still gets the layup. Offensive foul. He took a spur now. Who's that? Is that Primo that's down? Somebody just got run over for this. Joshua Primo. Oh, Primo got hit in the junk. Oh, the 19-year-old Jubblies got crushed. Wait, did he actually hit him, or was that great acting by Joshua Primo? Can I see that play again? Was he acting? Poeltl is too, yes, he is too finesse. Rambling through history, what's going on? Nice channel. But now, what I was going back to before, some of you are actually getting on some other channels' cases about wanting the Spurs to tank. I was like, wow. I'll leave it at that. You're welcome, J Rod. Do you think the Hornets would likely go after Russell Westbrook? Gosh, I hope not, for Hornets fans' sake. Tanking is lame, yeah, Mel. I agree. It sets a losing mentality for your players. Oh, Primo got a knee. He got kneed in the junk. Carl-Anthony Towns, need him. Daniel Berry, good evening. Jakob is a flaccid, soft. Let's keep the racial stuff out. Let's not identify people by race on their channel. Soft turtle would be more appreciated. Call him a soft butt turtle. And don't play the race card. Try not to. I know you might say, well, Rich, you use the race card to describe players. I'll say, I don't know who blah, blah, blah is. It's player number 7, white guy. Who is that? No tanking is right. Never promoted tanking on this channel. Not with my Spurs, not my Giants. You won't find that here. You could hear Russ go to Charlotte. All right. Keto, what's up? Fakers might finish the season losing 10 straight. Wow, you're right. They're on a 7-game losing streak, and now their big three probably won't play again. They could lose 10 in a row, AJC. Omar. Workforce planner. Spurs seem to have all-time low when it comes to top 1 to 4 picks. Can't recall any lottery for Spurs since Tim Duncan. They haven't. That's because they were in the playoffs every year. You don't get lottery picks when you're in the playoffs. Or you don't get top 5 picks, that's for darn sure. David Robinson in 90. Uh, Robinson's drafted, what, 87? Flagrant 1 for me and Joshua Primo and the Primos. Phil, I don't know if you're in here. Trey Jones turned the ball over. So that's it. Streak over. How many people were at the game? Looks fairly full in Minnesota. I did see the Lakers waving Trevor Ariza. Russ would be lethal under a decent coach. Spencer, he's a good player. With all due respect, he needs to be in the right situation, and he hasn't been in a few years now. That's not the Giants tanking. That's the Giants sucking. There's a difference. That's just the Giants being terrible, having a lot of injuries. But no, they were not tanking. Somebody made a good point in one of my videos. He said tanking means you don't have the right players, that you're trying to unload the roster, etc. And we have guys here that I believe in. I believe DeJounte Murray can be our point guard of the future. I believe in my man, Keldon Johnson. Devin Vassell, Primo could both have very high ceilings. Trey Jones is one we over. Primo misses a second free throw. I just think we need a big. We need a legit 4. Yep, absolutely, James. 2 years in the Naval Academy. He was drafted 87. Duncan was drafted 97. And those are the only 2 first-round top 10 picks the Spurs have had in my lifetime. Everything else has been 11 or after. Jay Rich with the ball for the Spurs. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Jay Rich, I mean Josh Richardson for the uninitiated. Josh Richardson throws the ball away. And after I give him some praise a few minutes ago, he has not looked good in this first quarter. Jay Rich, come on, man. What's going on? You're making me look bad. Big, yes. Very big difference between tanking and just being bad. And my Giants have been bad for 5 years in a row. Spurs, cap for 3. Rattles it in and home. Spurs have not been bad, but not good this year in the last 2 years. Jakob Poeltl in the paint. The jumper's good. Is this an and 1? I think the foul's before the shot. Yep. Just noticed DJ and that. Yes, DeJounte Murray is here because, well, what you just noticed? Murray's here because he ain't playing, so I figured I'd put him on the couch. The official called Cat Williams. Holy crap! Romeo Langford is in the game. How long before he gets injured again? I'm sorry, the dude is made of glass. He's like toilet paper. So D'Angelo Russell's out with bilateral hamstring soreness, whatever that be. Spurs ball. KBD's checked in. Kelvin will get into KBD over to Jakob Poeltl. Kelvin's had kind of a quiet night so far. Get to Romeo Langford. Romeo. Pull up jumper off the glass. Romeo Langford scores! Mino was not a high draft pick. Nor was DJ or Kelvin. Beasley for 3. No good. Keldon Johnson with the rebound. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Close game. 19-17. Keldon out to KBD for 3. Ugh, no good. The fight for the board. And Jakob Poeltl with a nice hustle, loyalty, and respect rebound. Then he turns the ball over. Throws it right into the hands of Jared Vanderbilt. Josh Richardson breaks up the fast break down the other end. It'll stay with the Timberwolves. 4:21 left in the first quarter. Someone get the bubble wrap for Romeo. He is injury prone, Blazing Bacon. I want to root for him, but I swear he came to the team injured, played one game, injured, played one game, injured. Now he's playing tonight. Does that mean we're going to see him on the injury report again tomorrow? For the love of all that Spurs Nation, if he's on the injury report tomorrow, I will lose it. Anthony Edwards drives in the paint, little jump hook, and 1. 4:17 to go. Yeah, we need the sandal. TSR, Tony Parker quit basketball. His team don't want him. What? My man, if you could do me a favor, just before you hit the send button, just proofread your sentences, because some of your sentences I'm not following logistically. We have 5 turnovers already this quarter, and there's 4 minutes and some change left. Anthony Edwards is torching us torching us tonight. He's got 12 points already. And now found the Timberwolves. Taking the Spurs back to the 80s. Texas Liberty, that's right. You were one of my stuck in the 80s guys. What's going on, man? It's been a while. It's been a while. Romeo has mad talent. The problem is that he can't show it because his bones are as brittle as heck. True. Kyle, what's up? Yes, the Lakers are out. Lakers are out. Spurs are in. And people control the Spurs all they want. Say Lakers or Spurs aren't going anywhere and going to lose in the play-in. If they lose in the play-in, they're going to have a lottery pick. And Romeo Langford drives to the hoop and gets fouled. I would like to see Romeo Langford succeed. Believe me, he was part of that Derek White trade, but the guy's got to stay healthy. They don't need because they got someone else. Carmelo Anthony ruled out. Wow, Anthony, AD, LeBron, and Westbrook all. Yeah, I did a song today making fun of the Lakers, and I meant to say Westbrook, and in the song I said Westbrick, and I didn't even catch it because I just hear Westbrick. What his name? Langford at the line for two. He missed the first one. All right, Texas Liberty. Yes, we can still pass the Pelicans, but 9, 10, half a dozen, one, six in the other. It's yes, they will, Tyler. They're all about the Lakers on ESPN. ESPN sucks. He does. He needs to milk it right. I'm not playing anymore. We need to lose these next three. But Joshua, none of these games actually matter anyway. Or actually, do they matter in lottery seeding for the play-in? Like if we make the play-in and let's say we lose the first and lose our only game, does the Anthony Edwards for three? Does that actually affect our seeding for a draft pick? 25-18. We're down by 7. No, Adriel, passing the Pelicans would not really make a difference. Josh Richardson for three. Both teams are locked in position. One will finish 9, one will finish 10. They can't go to 8. They can't drop to 11. And we're going to have a foul on the Spurs down the other end. I think that foul, somebody fouled the cat. Go figure. Sun said, haha, Lakers, you thought you made. Our draft status is very up in the air. Okay. It's Tony Parker, Kawhi, and Tim Duncan. Everybody who was in Tim Duncan. Why we don't write a. Frankie, Texas, what's going on? And we have a timeout. Rich, do you think of. What do I say? You're not drafting him, Phil. The reason the Giants probably worked out Malik Willis is so other teams will fear, hey, maybe there's a chance they will draft him and try to move up and have the Giants trade down. There's a lot of teams that need a quarterback. Your Atlanta Falcons, the Seattle Seahawks, the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's teams that Carolina Panthers. The Giants sit at 5-7, and quarterback stock is rising with this NFL draft. So the Giants, I gotta think, are working him out just to get teams going. Oh man, we need a quarterback. We got to make sure we trade down, trade up and trade the Giants down. I'm enjoying the Lakers season, but I never give Bad Dog grief over that. Wait, what? Over who? Did I miss something in the chat? I don't know. If they lose, then they can get a first round. Mark Ortiz, if the Spurs lose the playing game, then yes, they still have a chance at getting the first overall pick via the lottery ball. We can end up picking like 3 spots lower if we don't lose the next 3. Okay. Is it B the scoring leader this moment? I don't know, AJC. Do the Wolves got any chance of getting out of the play-in? No, they're locked up in the playoffs. The playoffs are set. There's the top 8 teams in the Western Conference, and then the Spurs and Pelicans will finish 9th and 10th. The Lakers and everybody below them is eliminated. The teams can move up and down, especially I think in the like 3, 4, 5, 6 spot. I think there's a pretty tight race. Who's a big Bad Dog is not a big Lakers fan. Just for the record, that is not correct, and he will back me up on that. Bad Dog is a Knicks fan. It says so on his YouTube channel. He covers the Lakers because he said they play at night, so it's easier from what his schedule, and he plays the character Laker Dog. I'm calling it a character because he's a Knicks fan. So when he's rooting for the Lakers, obviously he's got to. I'm assuming he's playing a character, but he's not a Lakers fan. And he would back me up on that. He's a Giants, Yankees, and Knicks fan. He's New York sports all day, every day. The Spurs cannot take the 6th spot. No, absolutely not. Yeah, Texas. I'm not. It's about. It says it right on his about. He's a Knicks fan. I kid you not. I'm not. I've known him for 3 years. I've known him on YouTube for 3 years. He's a Knicks fan. Johnson not score first half. What? Calvin Johnson hasn't scored yet. Era, thank you for stopping and good morning to you. Marvin, go Spurs, go. Rich, I want Atlanta to draft Malik Willis because I'm a Liberty. Oh, okay. My music channel is TSR Music, and I made a video making fun. I'll have to share it with you guys at halftime. I trolled the Lakers hard in the music I did. That three-pointer is no good, and it's going to almost go out of bounds. It'll be saved, tossed into... Who dat? Who's number 11 for the Timberwolves? Follow-up three is no good, and the Wolves are going to their bench, and I'm not exactly sure of all the players that are out there. Number 11? Josh Richardson, excuse me. Pull-up jumper baseline's good. Karl Anthony Towns is playing, but I don't think he's not on pace to score 50 tonight. Not yet. Number 11 for three. What an ugly form, but it went in. Who is that? Is he a rookie? Who's number 11? Son of a gun. Number 11 hits a three. Josh Richardson for three. No good. Naz Reid, thank you. Appreciate you. And we're going to have a miss, and looks like he'll stay with the Timberwolves. Good evening, Cowboy X Factor. Hi there, I like your LA Lakers music video. Just wish we could have seen Ron J. and Ricky Lombardo, but they were singing background vocals. Yes, it did, Kyle. Postpone. McDermott sprained ankle, Joshua. Sprained ankle. I don't know if and when he's coming back. It is Timberwolves ball. Naz Reid for three again. No good. Man, what a... He doesn't jump. He jumps like this much off the floor. It's all arm. It's just terrible technique, but he's obviously making it work. Jay Roach with the ball over to Zach Collins. He's going to take a three. Good! Stretch five, baby. Ugly but accurate. Yes. Ugly but accurate. Hey, doesn't matter how it gets there as long as you get it in, right? Naz Reid thought about another three, pulls it down. We'll kick it out to Torian Prince, who's checking the game. Prince back to Reid. Reid with a little jump hook. It rolls off the rim. No rim job for Naz Reid. Spurs ball, a minute and a half to go. KBD drives into the paint, throws up the layup, and it's no good. The putback's no good. The follow-up's no good. The ball will finally be knocked out of bounds and stay with the Spurs. As we have 1, 2, 3 left on the clock. Rimley, pride, I guess. Unfortunately, Cat has prosthetic calf muscles. Hey, Kaden, thank you for stopping in. Audio rich. Is there an audio problem? Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, you just quoted something I said. Just kidding. Kyle, I'll take your wrench away if you do that again. Do not do that. That is absolutely not cool because it distracts me from the game. So please do not do that again. I'm telling you right now, you do that again, or if any wrench gang does that, wrench is gone permanently. I'm sorry, that type of joking around, if somebody jokes around that have video or audio problems, that is not cool. I don't take that lightly. We have a foul. Devin Vassell at the line for two. 1:05 to go. Free throw is good. Spurs have taken the lead by one. Spurs win, then the Pelicans lose. Will the Spurs take the 9th spot? I'm not. All right, Kyle. Just sorry. It's just people to have trolled stuff like that, and then I'm looking. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my stream, and there's nothing wrong. Hey, Jude. Vamos, Espuelos. Vamos. Mark Ortiz, thank you for stopping in. Don't go Spurs. Wait, what? Are you on the tank train, the tank wagon? Timberwolves ball and almost a turnover. That's going to go out of bounds. It'll be off, I think, KBD. Spurs up 30 to 28 with 53 seconds left. It is Timberwolves ball, and Jordan McLaughlin has checked in. Will get it in, and he's going to take a three and miss the three. Zach Collins with the rebound. If we take the 9, do we host the play? Yes, Phil. If we finish 9th, we host the game, which means you could go to it. Jay Rich driving to the paint, misses a layup, fouled, going in line for two. All good, Kyle. All good. We're cool. It's all good. It's just I need to lay the groundwork down on though because I thought you were trolling me because you have trolled me because I'm a Giants fan and a Spurs fan. Sup, guys? Spurs and said tanking never heard of here. That's right, Zach. That's right. Not here, not on this channel. I'm proud that I was apparently one of the few channels, the bigger Spurs channels, that was in the no tank mode. I guess some other Spurs channels were rooting for the tank, and I was like, not here. I can't sit here and watch my team and want them to lose. I don't know how to do that. Even when the Giants sucked last year, I was rooting for them to win every game, and they sucked a lot last year. J. Rich hits both free throws. Spurs up 32-28, 39 seconds left. Timberwolves ball. Timberwolves going a little deep on their bench. I don't know some of these guys that are out there. This is odd. We have a foul. Jalen Noel going to the line for two. Seriously, they're going very deep on their bench. What are you doing to me? I see a glimpse of young Ray Allen and Devin Vassell. That's not the worst thing. Oh, James, we're gonna have a ton less. Well, a lot less viewers, and this game means less in the scheme of things. Thanks for pointing that out, by the way. I appreciate when people tell me I have less viewers. That really, it's great. I'm sure when you're at work, you appreciate when people tell you you're doing a crappy job. Ernesto, he doesn't want it. Doesn't want it. Frankie, facts. I would agree with that. I love your Christmas song, Alan. Those are my. Thank you, Omar. My death metal version of Jingle Bells. Appreciate it. Clippers and in a play-in. Wait, LA. They're Timberwolves, I think. Chris Lighty, channel member. Thank you for stopping in. Let me focus on the game. Finally able to start watching him. All right. No tanking. Jay Rich, runner in the paint's no good. Gets his own miss. Put back. Nope. He gets it to KBD for the awkward layup. Good and one. With 5.9 seconds left. EJC, I'm glad to. Vincent from Columbia, thank you for stopping in. Roy, I go with whatever is free. So right now I have Android. Which, if you're a Lakers fan, how would you react to these last games with your? I wouldn't. I wouldn't cover them. I'm surprised Bad Dog's covering the Lakers tonight with their big three out. Props to him. I think he said it's gonna be the last game he's covering this year. Don't blame him. I mean, even myself, I'm a Spurs fan. I'm gonna hang out with friends Saturday night instead of covering the game with the Warriors, which should be a fairly meaningless game at that point. Maybe, maybe not. But I decided to hang out with a friend for the UFC, and I was like, you know what? I will call Sunday's game, which will be more than likely totally meaningless for the Spurs, maybe the Mavericks, or it could be meaningful for the Mavericks. So I don't know. Kelly X Factor, DeJounte Murray is right here. He's not playing tonight. I don't think all those guys are coming back, Sebastian. I think they're pretty retired. Lakers are done. We are in the play-in. Can't we keep the? Yeah, but you don't want to go into the play-in with no momentum. The Spurs are, being Spursy, are going to try to win their play-in game. Whether they like it or not, they're going to try to win. I'm going to be rooting for them to win. And you don't want to go in with, you don't want to rest your guys for the last three games. I'm hoping he gets some game time, hopefully Saturday, so he can get his rhythm back and not just go into the play-in with 2 weeks of rust on him. Rich, being a Spurs and Giants fan is like having two kids. One you genuinely love, and one you only love because you have to. It would be, but I generally love them both. I do. I've actually been a Giants fan longer than a Spurs fan, just for the record. I cover the Spurs more on this channel because that content did better for me, to be transparent. The Giants content finally started to do well, and I've found a rhythm in covering the content that I've enjoyed, and it'll probably be 50-50 now. Probably not more. It won't be 50-50. The Spurs play 82 games. The Giants play 17. Wherever the NFL schedule is these days. So I mean, there's always going to be more Spurs content, but love both evenly. I don't know Mike Toby. I don't. Thank you, Zach. And by the way, I've been doing better at Apex Legends. I got 3 kills the other night in the game, which I know it's not a lot, but for me, that's a lot considering I'm still new. I don't think the Lakers beat the. Are they playing the Warriors? Oh, they're playing the Warriors tonight. I am a Lakers fan. I want to watch Alma say they sucks. Good luck, Spurs. Well, thank you, Frank. See, I get Lakers. That's the type of Lakers fan I like. We had not you particularly, obviously, but we had a lot of toxic Lakers fans Tuesday night that were just saying nasty things about the Spurs and just like, why are you hating the Spurs? There are plenty of games under 500. You got to look at your own team who had lost 7 in a row and lost themselves out of the playoffs and say what's wrong. Be mad at your own head coach, your GM. Be mad at LeBron for being the one that sounds like was the one that initiated that Russell Westbrook trade or pushed the Russell Westbrook trade. Be mad at your guys not staying healthy. But the Spurs just went out there, played hard, and we went 7-1 in our last 8 games, and the Lakers lost 7 in a row. That's the reason we passed them. But don't hate a team because they're winning. Hate your team because they're losing. That's a miss by Naz Reid. Offensive board for the Timberwolves, and we're going to have a foul to start off the second quarter on Spurs already. Lupe, I play a little bit of everybody in Apex. I was playing as Watson for a while. I liked her. The only games I've won are with Watson and Bloodhound. Right now I'm playing as, I got to think, who am I playing as? Because I'm trying to get the achievement for playing with, win with each class. I don't have a lot of wins. I've only got a 2. Who am I playing right? I'm playing as Octane. Since I sometimes have trouble staying with my team, he has that little steroid juice. Both free throws good and catches up to his team real quick. I suck with the jump pad. I barely use it. I should. Spurs ball up by 3, 11:40 to go as the second quarter has just started. Devicel will drive, stops, pops, swish. Fans are mad at all the Spurs because they are, well, maybe. Selena Gomez, Edward, that is somebody that's been on my channel. Vanderbilt with the offensive board in the paint, and I need to focus on the game. I'm sitting here like half talking to chat, half calling the game. I need to focus a little more on the game, a little less in the chat. No offense. Spurs ball. Romeo Langford, pick and roll with Zach Collins, back out to Devicel. Vassell will drive into the paint, spins around, stops, pops, hits the front rim. No good. Timberwolves ball down by 3 with 11 minutes to go in the first half. Naz Reid, I've been saying his name a lot tonight. Who's number 3 for the Timberwolves? Because he just took a shot and missed. I don't know who number 3 is. Who being number 3? We are not up 51-38. Oh, Pelicans fan, you were probably up 51-38. For some reason in Apex, I cannot get past 6 kills. I'll take 6. I mean, considering I'm huge behind in the learning curve. My friend's been playing for 3 years, and I've been playing less than 3 months, and I've had some better games than them now. I'm feeling good about myself. Joshua Primo pull-up jumper, no good. And it is Timberwolves ball on the run, 10.5 minutes to go. Naz Reid drive. I'm saying Naz Reid named a lot. Drives, kicks it out. Jalen Noel, not Jalen Noel, Jordan McLaughlin. What position Spurs go from the draft? Power forward. Naz Reid's going to take another ugly 3 and miss it. And now foul. Oh, traveling! Naz Reid travels. I thought he got fouled. He was flip-flopping around in the paint. Jaden McDaniels is number 9. Is he? I thought he was out tonight. That's why I'm confused. I took him off my board. Thank you. All right. I thought he was out, so I crossed him off the list. All good, Cowboy X Factor. Trey Jones, runner in the paint, no good. Fight for the board. And Naz Reid will come down. I'm saying Naz Reid's like everywhere in this game. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Jalen O, the ball way out, 3-point land. Pick and roll with Naz Reid. Drives into the paint. Gets by Zach Collins. Throws up the layup. Good. 37-36. Mavs locked up their spot, but Warriors only half a game of them. It could be. All right, so that game might mean a lot. Troy, good evening. Joe Spurs, go to you. Zach Collins tries to go a little pick and roll with Joshua Primo, and it's going to, I think, be a kickball. Naz Reid is a Wolves offense. Yes, he is. I don't know. I thought Jaden McDaniels is out. I think last time I called the Wolves, maybe he started, and because I didn't see him in the starting lineup, I assumed he was out. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, 12 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Trey Jones into KBD. KBD fouled in the paint, and I think he's going to go to the line for 2. Yep, it's your boy Rico. DJ is still out. Well, thank you, Mr. Lyrical 88. The Spurs are 5-1 since I put up the Duncan jersey, I believe. I think I checked that earlier. 5-1 since I put up the Twin Towers. Consbardo 565 channel member, thank you for stopping in. DeJounte's on my couch tonight, so that should tell you if he's playing or not. Zach Collins jumper in the paint, bounces around, and finally rolls off the rim. Dang it. Yeah, no DeJounte Murray again. I don't know if and when he's coming back. Can you imagine if he's out for the rest of the season? Can you imagine if he's out the rest of the season and the Spurs win the NBA title? That's not happening. That pull up three is a swish. My Timberwolves lineup is messed up. I'm gonna have to fix this on the next time out. KBD in the paint with the layup, and it is good. I swear I'm having some issues with identifying players, and ESPN sometimes gives me the wrong numbers for players. So another three-point attempt is no good by Jalen Noel. Of course, they get the offensive board because of Spurs and their offensive rebounding. Terrible. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. No, one-on-one with Primo. Back out to Naz Reid. Reid will whip it around, and we're going to have another three-point attempt. And it's good. McDaniels with another three. All right, I think my board's now fixed. Top of the timeout. I got to see who's playing for the friggin' Wolves tonight. I am not playing Minecraft. I don't think I'm the demographic for Minecraft, guys. I'm 44 years old. Not the target audience at all. All right, let me look at this Timberwolves roster real quick. All right, there's the cat. There's the starting five. Jordan McLaughlin off the bench. He's been the first one. Jaden McDaniels. Obviously, we got him. Naz Reid's been playing a whole bunch. Torian. All right, so I think I got the lineup now. Sorry, I don't watch the Timberwolves a lot. Daniel with the Daniel. You may be saving DeJounte for the play-in. Yeah, but you don't want him to be like rusty for the playoff. You want him to be like in a groove. And if he's out until the play-in, that would mean to be out for what, 2 weeks? I don't think that's not good. I mean, I don't know how many times I saw the Indianapolis Colts in the NFL make the playoffs and be the best team in the AFC every year, and then they would rest the bye week, then they'd have a week off, and then they would just like crap when they finally played. Yes, they can, Butterfly. Yes, they can. That's the second time I have seen KBD and Collins collide on a rebound and turn it over. He missed Smirky. Lego Batman. I know what you're talking about. Romeo, he hit a bucket tonight. You're very good at what you do, my friend, especially with the dunk of justice. Thank you, Master Eden. I'm struggling with the Timberwolves lineup a little bit tonight. It's going to happen. Asia, channel member for 14 months. Hey, Rich Rabe, Greg Bird, back. Okie dokie. Thank you for stopping in, channel member. Kelvin has one shot, Tyler? The play-in is next week, so the play-in's going to be on what, TBS? That means I'm going to have to get cable for a week. Gosh, darn it. So you are George Gervin years old? Mavs had a tiebreaker against the Warriors. Good to know. Roll Tinja, Go Spurs, go to you. By the way, I haven't put this up for a while. If you're hanging out and you haven't done the thumbs up yet, please do so. It's fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. It does help the channel. It's free, and as always, Go Spurs, go! And if you ain't down with that, 2 words for you. Chuck Norris! It's not for kids, Kyle? It's on ESPN, really? I have ESPN Plus. I don't think it's going to be on ESPN Plus. Is that not? Will the play-in be on ESPN Plus? Because then I won't have to subscribe to anything new. I'll already have it. Current NBA player I'd like to see on the Spurs. Yeah, he is, Asia. I'm trying to think of a positional need. I mean, Giannis would be terrific at power forward. So, Giannis at power forward. Sure, if I had have any player, pluck him off a team. I'm dropping Giannis at power forward. Because he's a great player, and love the loyalty that he stayed with a small market and won a championship. So not only do I like the play, but I like the attitude. He has a Spursy attitude to me, staying with the team that drafted him, could have left, maybe even got more money, and stayed. I don't know. It feels Spursy to me. So Giannis Antetokounmpo. 42-41 after the Trey Jones jumper. Cat back in for the Timberwolves. His fadeaway is going to be short, and the rebound's going to be taken by Vanderbilt, but I think we're going to have a offensive foul on the Timberwolves. My Roku should have. I do have Roku TV, it's your Rico, but ESPN is not free with it. I do have the Roku app. RR210, Go Spurs, go to you. Thank you, Frankie. I will Bruce Lee. Hey, Mark, Chuck Norris may be on my screen, but Bruce Lee is my all-time fave. So no argument for me there. Enter the Dragon is my favorite martial arts movie of all time. Yakapurto, jumper in the paint, in and out, and in. And the Spurs, we take the lead 43-42. We got a good game tonight. We could sign one of his brothers. Will you want to sign the one that Drew Eubanks murdered on the court last year? The ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Timberwolves as Joe Weiskamp has checked in. Joe Mama for the San Antonio Spurs, our rookie getting some playing time. I'd go Jokic over Embiid, too much drama. I would go Jokic over Embiid as well, simply for the fact that Embiid has a long injury history. Missed the first 2 years of his NBA career because of what was it, foot or ankle or both issues. So I would stay away from Embiid just for that reason. I might have said Antetokounmpo. Jacob, I mess up his name all the time. It's Antetokounmpo, but it never rolls off the tongue ever. Timberwolves ball, 7:11 to go. Open 24/7 here on TSR Sports. Nice drive and a hair ball. And he gets the ball stripped. Jalen Noel with a shot in the paint. It's an air ball, and then he loses the ball. Trey Jones back the other way. Layup is no good. Fight for the board. Yakapurto will swat it in to Jaden McDaniels, who's not on your team. He's trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. And now a quick baseline three. Jalen Noel for three. So he goes from air ball to three. Of course. Yes, Joe Mama is in, Phil. Heat and Suns. The Heat, really? Out of the Eastern Conference? Are they playing that well? Kellen's going to take a three, his first three of the game. Switch! Don Allen, good evening. What up? Go Spurs Go. Jersey Tracking says it'll be there Monday. Thank you, my man. Who's the young guy? The young guy is NBA All-Star DeJounte Murray for the San Antonio Spurs. Catlin missed three, and of course an offensive rebound, and now put back by Noel. You like to enter Dragon more than the first? Yes, James, I do like that more than the first Ip Man. And I've seen Ip Man 1 and 2. I don't know if I've seen 3. Yakapurto, the runner in the paint after the Keldon Johnson dish. And now the teams are going back and forth with 6 minutes to go in the first half. I hope so, Butterfly. How do you feel about Trey Jones? I like rambling through history. He's impressed me the last few weeks. As soon as he develops an outside jump shot, and it doesn't have to be a great, just an average jump shot, he's going to be a solid backup point guard. I don't know if I'd want him as our starter, but he's played very well. Spurs will play first play-in game on April 13th on ESPN at 9:30. Okay, thank you. April 13th, Friday the 13th. I don't know, is that no, that's not Friday the 13th. Wait. No, that's not Friday the 13th. Can't be. Just look at the calendar. That can't be. 2 free throws for the Timberwolves. Patrick Beverly going to be at the line for 2. First free throw is Johnny David as a guard, isn't he? Or Johnny Davis? No more guards. Keto, look, I always try to be 100% transparent with you guys. I'll call it like I see it with a player, but I'm always happy to be wrong about that. Lonnie Walker, before all his injuries, or before he got hot, before the Derek White trade, looked like a player that probably wouldn't get signed by the San Antonio Spurs. I'm glad, since coming back from that, he's played extremely well. I wasn't sure on Josh Richardson. I'm glad he's proved me wrong, and he's been playing phenomenal. Kellen open for another 3, takes the 3, no good. Beverly with the rebound. S200, it would be hard to watch the game with sunglasses on. Very hard. Patrick Beverly out in three-point land, 1-on-1 Joshua Primo, pick and roll, alley-oop to Carl Anthony Towns, and he throws it down with one hand. No, Tony wasn't the best shooter when he first came in the league. That used to drive me nuts when I was, back when he was younger. Defense chants are out in the target center. Keldon Johnson turns the ball over. Lost the dribble. Yeah, it happens. Keldon, I think, only has 3 points in the first half. We're going to need a little more out of him. Patrick Beverly for 3, no good. And Yakapurto with the rebound. This reminds me of one time the Spurs go all out around this time of the year, back when we had definitely not the same caliber of team, though. Jay Rich drives baseline, throws it out to Keldon, who's open for 3, takes the 3, and hits the front rim. Keldon a little off in his last 2 threes. Cat step back 3. Walked up, Yakapurto was backing up, and then he just did the step back, swish. 53-48 timeout pop. Richie, see yes, I did see the girl, the Katy Perry song. Since you've been gone, she's a cute girl. That's why, I think that might have been a little planned. I don't know. Even if it wasn't, that attractive girl shaking it and for the camera is always going to get views. Let's be honest. Joshua, how can you call yourself a Spurs fan and sit there and actually say, let's go T-Wolves? Doesn't that hurt you somewhere in your soul just a little bit? If we make the playoffs, I'm going to cry just to want to see my Spurs in the playoff intros again. Those old NBA playoffs hype videos were amazing, especially what? Why? I don't know that's supposed to be there, but I got you, man. I know what you mean. Which Spurs championship team was the best? Oh, since you've been on Kelly Clarkson? I don't know, Kyle. What was Katy Perry's big hit? Uh, I know she had a firecracker song because Beavis and Butthead made fun of it because she had firecrackers coming out of her boobs. Rich, KJ was shooting so poor in the beginning of the season until he got a new RX on his. Was that it, Phil? Really? New script, huh? California Girls was a song by the Beach Boys and a nice cover by David Lee Roth. We're in a timeout, by the way. 2005 against Detroit was my favorite finals, but the 2014 Spurs team was by the far the best. I would probably agree with that, Don Allen. The 2014 team, you did have an older Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and of course Tim Duncan, but you still had them playing, and they could still play very well when needed. But you also had a very young and hungry and not load managing Kawhi Leonard at the time. So I think that was probably our best rod. And obviously, we had good parts around them. Or I would say maybe the 2003 team, where, yeah, you had an aging David Robinson at the tail end of his career, but you still had Tim very much in his prime, and you had a young and hungry Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. So you had the Twin Towers and the Big Three crossover. Texas women are no joke. Got to be careful. I don't get why some Spurs fans don't want them making the playoffs, let alone they plan because they want to just, I don't know. Hey, Reyes, go Spurs, go from the West Side. 4:24 to go in the first half. Spurs down 53-48. And an advertisement for Nerd Wallet. I don't know what that is. Sounds nerdy. Spurs 34 and 45. Pelicans 35 and 44. The 8th seed, the Clippers, are 40 and 40. It's impossible for the Spurs or Pelicans to catch them with only 3 games left. Robinson, Tim, Jax, Parker, Gino. Rich, who do you see not coming back next? Not coming back. Ooh, I gotta think about that. Let me think. Don't think. Feel. It's like a finger pointing away to the moon. And the Spurs just turned the ball over again. Fast break, layup, no good. Foul. Blake needs to go on the line for 2. Who do I not see coming back? I'd have to look at the contract situation just to get a remind myself. I could talk about that at halftime. We did get the Nets. The Celtics got Derek White on Giannis. If we make the playoffs, the pick goes lower, S200. The better you are, the worse your pick is. Just remember that. As your team goes up, your pick goes down. As your team goes down, your pick goes up. But remember that. I wouldn't mind keeping Jay Rich around. By the way, first free throw is good. Really got to look at the contracts for the Spurs. I think Lonnie will be restricted too, Joshua. That I would agree with. Spurs ball down by 7. Jakob Poeltl quick jumper is no good, and the Spurs offense has gone cold. Patrick Beverly gets it over to Cat. Cat, one-on-one with Jakob Poeltl, crossover dribble into the paint. Step back jumper is no good. Kellen Johnson with the rebound. KJ might have more rebounds than he does points at this point. Keldon with the ball, starting to work. He's way up the floor. We'll pass it out to Devin Vassell for 3. Good! There we go. We needed that. Do you really think Doug McDermott's going to get traded? He's under contract, J Money. Do you really feel like Doug McDermott's going to the Bucks? You said that a lot. Space Spear, yo to you too. Thank you for stopping in. 55-51, 3:20 to go. The Wolves are in the bonus. And a nice drive and layup by Anthony Edwards. He took it right at Jakob Poeltl. I think it's more than 5. Vassell for another 3. Good! Devin Vassell, back-to-back 3s. He's on fire. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Actually, he's not on fire yet per NBA Jam rules. He's He's heating up. And then he's on fire if he makes the third shot in a row, right? Wasn't that the deal with NBA Jam? Welcome to NBA Jam, Jam, Jam. Beverly in the paint with a little jumper, good. Bobby February, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you're doing well. Devin Vassell, pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Free throw line jumper, short, and now he can't be on fire because he missed his shot. 59-54. I'm starting to get a little colder here as I'm in New England and the night time's here. The night time is the right time. And now whistle. 2:20 to go. We do have a lot of cap room to get a good player in the offseason. Is it just me or who doesn't like who doesn't like Trey? He won me over. I'll admit it. The jury was out for me for most of the year, but he's won me over the last few weeks. We have 2 free throws for Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves are in the bonus. First free throw is good. Don't forget, Jacob, you might be ahead of me, so try not to put the score in the chat. I'm watching it on my Roku on NBA Pass, so because I'm streaming it, I might be a little behind you if you're watching on regular live cable or over-the-air HD. I don't think I want Julius Randle. I don't think so. Trap House. I'm not feeling Julius Randle. Vassell turns the ball over, passes it right to Patrick Beverly. Spurs have turned the ball over a lot in this game. And now a reach and foul on Josh Richardson on the fast break down the other end. Jared Vanderbilt fouled, going to the line for 2. Won you over 2? It's all good, Jacob. That's why I'm just giving you the heads up. George Hill and a pick for Doug. Why do you want Doug so much? Just 3-point shooter? Yeah, no retread. Exactly, Kenneth. No retreads. I'm in San Antonio tonight. I'm ahead of you, Chris? Technology. 62-54. That first free throw is good. Now, where I'm going to be ahead of people is when I do the New York Giants games. Not that most of you care, but I'll be watching the New York Giants over the Air HD, which means no delay whatsoever. Whereas my contemporaries, the other people streaming the Giants, I think are mostly watching it on cable. And yeah, I'll be ahead of them. Probably I'll ahead a lot of people. 2 minutes to go. Back to a 9-point lead. Actually, I think it's the biggest lead of the game for the Wolves. Jakob Poeltl into the paint. We'll get it out to Trey Jones. Jones going to drive into the paint now. Runs right back out of the paint. He'll get it over, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock. It'll still be Spurs ball. He was trying to get it to themselves. Sugar J. Cherry, good evening. Ayton's the best free agent we could get, but I'm at the game and you're ahead of me. Nice. DeAndre Ayton, I think, wants a max contract. With his tenor, it would be 30 to 32 million. I don't think he's worth that, is he? I don't watch the Suns a lot. Jakob Poeltl gets fouled. It'll be Spurs ball. Still 1:44 to go. Terry, who would be? I just don't think he's worth 30 million. Oh, Jakob Poeltl's going to the line for 2. Oh, Jakob Poeltl to the line for 2. Maybe you shouldn't have shot that big man and just took in the foul and just kept on dribbling it. Jakob, not a very good free throw shooter. Forbes, Lonnie Walker coming to the Bucks. Why are you taking so many Spurs to the Bucks? There, done exactly. It's simply go follow on, but don't say the score. Perfect. You nailed it. I hope he sinks both Jared Gutierrez. It's like a train wreck every time he goes in the line. Come on, block him. First free throw is in and out burger. I believe in the Yak. Karl-Anthony Towns only has 11 points so far. He's got to have a big third quarter, which, by the way, he did against us last game. He scored 32 points, I think, in the third quarter, and absolutely just steamrolled the Spurs. Spurs are in the bonus. Wolves are 2, minute 44 to go. Jakob Poeltl, second free throw. He made 1. 1 or 2 is not the worst. I don't see why he would leave, Chris, if the Suns won a championship. Why would you leave a championship caliber team? But stranger things have happened. Whatever. Anthony Edwards with the ball going against Jay Rich into the paint. Lots of contact. And Jay Rich is going to call for the foul. The coach plays. Good evening. What's going on, my man? Hopefully you're doing well. Coach, how about my Spurs eliminating the Lakers? Now, they didn't personally eliminate them as they didn't beat them, but The Los Angeles Lakers, your thoughts? Is that the biggest bust of a super team in NBA history? A team that was expected to go to the NBA Finals at minimum and can't even make the play in. Forget the playoffs. Can't even make the play in. Second free throw is no good. They're 17 games under 500. I got to share that video with you guys during halftime that I made making fun of the Lakers on TSR Music. I did a cover of Big Girls Don't Cry, but it's Lakers fans cry. Jay Rich with the ball, 3-point land, starts to drive into the paint. Back out to Trey Jones. Jones over to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to take a three, and it's no good. He had made his last two. Yeah, Veronica's going to have a heart attack if we trade Dougie. Don't scare her like that. Minnesota can get this lead to double digits, and that's not where I want to be. It's a pretty damn big bust. Exactly. Pull up three. No good. Trey Jones skies for the rebound. We have 3 players go down. I was peeved when they built that. Yes, me too. When I saw Westbrook go there, I also was one of the folks saying easily probably going to the NBA Finals, and the way it's just completely imploded. That should be a foul on the Timberwolves. I just saw Josh Richardson get pulled down. Is that on us? Looked like Vanderbilt pulled Jay Rich down, and the foul's on the Timberwolves. Yeah, Eli, they were talking a lot. Uh, that I actually had a Lakers fan come to the video I did on this channel yesterday. He's like, "Oh, I can't wait till April 12th to see the Spurs get bounced." So I just replied with, "Well, I can't wait to see who you guys draft in the first round this year." Didn't say anything back. Didn't have anything back as usual. I mean, we are in such a win-win situation as Spurs fans. If we win in the play-in, awesome. We make the playoffs. Are we going to make a long run? Statistically speaking, probably not, but it'll be good experience for our guys. And if we lose in the play-in, we get a lottery pick. That's a win-win, in my opinion. Josh Richardson's second free throw, taken all day here. Made it. I think Jay Rich is shooting like 93% with the Spurs this year from the lines, so he's been hitting his free throws. Jakob Pertl practice with him, and then okay, well, I'll talk about it in just a second. Spurs on a fast break, get it out to Jay Rich for a three-pointer. No good. The Minnesota Timberwolves just tried an alley-oop dunk, and Naz Reid was trying to do a reverse jam on the alley-oop, and he blew it. If he just throwing that normal, he probably makes it, but he had to be fancy. Trey Jones just tried for a follow-up offensive rebound dunk. It wasn't even close. Like the effort. Come on, man. Not at your height. Yeah, Phil, that would have been interesting. Andrew, greetings from the Philippines. Thank you for stopping in. All good, Nigel. All good. But I like friendly troll chat. You know, having fun, talking a little smack, like polite smack. You know, because that's a miss. It's Spurs ball. 6 seconds on the game clock. Trey Jones pull up in the paint is no good. And we're going to have a half court three that is going to be by Beasley. Hit the rim. Spurs down by 7. I just don't like to see what we had in here Tuesday night, where it just wasn't a little trash talk. It was like pretty vicious. It was profanity laden, racial slurs, just that type of stuff is not necessary, obviously. Thank you, Coach. Did we get to 100 thumbs up? Where are we at? We're at 121. All right. By the way, let me share it now. Since I've talked about it, I did a cover of Big Girls Don't Cry, making fun of the Lakers because, well, as a Spurs fan, I kind of had to. So if you get a chance during halftime, if you would go check this video out, let me know what you think of it. But also, maybe smash the old thumbs up on it. So that way, it's up to 17, which is a lot for my music channel. I only have 344 subscribers. But I'm going to put in the chat the link to my song, Making Fun of the Lakers. Let's see what I'm missing in the chat. We'll get to the halftime stats in just a moment. But Rich, did you see how Chai... He did. He's 6'1", so I give him props. He's got some ups. He did. You know, I shouldn't be busting him. Gaming Masters was up. I forgot he's 6'1". Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. By the way, if you guys looking for a sports channel that covers college basketball and I think maybe college football, I'm not sure, Coach. If you cover it, Coach covers a lot of the sports that I don't. And he's a good dude. You know, so I won't promote something I don't think you know that I like their content. So make sure you check out the coach plays when you get a chance. But also check out the video I just put in the chat and let me know what you think. Tudo man drops a $5 super chat, says, Salute, Rich, drop by the office to pay our proper respects. And for all Giants fans around the world, slap all stinky boys, losers out the door. He's talking about the Dallas Cowboys, I presume, or just losers in general. Appreciate your support, my man. And let's go ahead and get into halftime statistics for the Spurs Wolves. As usual, we'll take a look at the opposing team as a Spurs fan. I'll take a look at the opposing team first and then take a look at the Spurs stats. I feel like we should down by more than 7. We had a horrible second quarter. The Timberwolves outscored us 34-22. The Spurs were actually leading after the first 35-30. As I pull up the box, you opened it, we came. The prune and his McDormand. Nice. For the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards has 20 points in the first half. 20. Jared Vanderbilt with 6. Karl-Anthony Towns with 11. Malik Beasley 2. Patrick Beverly with 5. Jaden McDaniels 6. Naz Reid 3. Jalen Noel 11. And then Jordan McLaughlin and Taurean Prince both having donuts. Neither one has scored. For our San Antonio Spurs, Devin Vassell with 12 to lead the Spurs. Keldon Johnson, only 5. He's got a weird line. 5, 5, and 3. 5 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. So maybe a triple-double. Not shooting the ball much, though. 4 shots. Jakob Poeltl with 9 points and 8 rebounds in the first half. Not too shabby. Joshua Primo with 3. Trey Jones with 6. Off the bench, Josh Richardson with 9. KBD with 7. Romeo Langford with 3. Yes, Romeo Langford's playing and has not re-injured himself yet. Zach Collins with 3. And Joe Wieskamp with a quadruple 0. He's got 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and 0 everything else. So nice job, Joe Wieskamp. Old quadruple 0 for Joe Mama. Keeping it real. All right, let me get back into the game. The game! Speaking of which, the game! Boop, boop. All right, a little Triple H action for you. Start! Stone Cold Steve Austin is the GOAT because he drinks beer. Huh. Interesting. There's a lot of GOATs then on this world because a lot of guys drink beer. If you like real basketball, then you should watch EuroLeague and the defense there is way. I don't even know what channel that's on, EJC. I don't like this score right now. I don't. There was a deal in play. Spurs wanted Kuzma, Taylor Tucker, and a number 2. I was seeing that there were some articles that I don't know how truthful they were, so I tend to stay away from them. But I saw some sites say that the Spurs were maybe willing to trade DeRozan to the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma, THT, and a number 2 pick for DeRozan. Lakers bailed last minute, ultimately went for Westbrook. Huh. Ultimate Warrior. I love the Ultimate Warrior in the 80s, man. When the crowd's open, the blood opens, and lawnmowers run me over, you will know you are the ultimate. Hulk Hogan, as you travel to WrestleMania. I don't know. He was the man. Paul F with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Appreciate your support. And for you, go Spurs, go. The Rock is the GOAT because he wears sunglasses. DeJounte Murray is on my couch, Paulo. That's why. Or he's not playing. That's why he's on my couch. Said that back. Tudo with another $5 super chat. He says, please, everyone, listen carefully to Rich, our Giants paisano in America. He's always right. Even he's wrong. He's always right because I say so. Forget about it. From one Giants fan to another. Times have been tough. Very tough for the last 5 years. We will slowly turn this Titanic around. We will. I think this year will be a little rough depending on how Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley play. But if they can both stay healthy, I think we can surprise some people and maybe win 8 games, which you might laugh, but that's a lot for the Giants compared to the last few years. Rays are a. You want to go 1-on-1 with the bad guy? Hey, yo, Chico, you're going down and out. Ba-boom, ba-bing, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba. I don't know. Tucker, I hope you're right, man. You could tell Biltmore was totally. Yeah. Joshua, most of the 80s, though, were unscripted. They just let them go, which is why a lot of those promos from the and 90s, the 80s and 90s, Stone Cold Steve Austin totally ad libbed. Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ASS. He just came up with that. The Rock, all that nonsense he was saying, he just came up with and was being himself and having fun. Turned up to 10. And then it got very much scripted, I think, in the 2000s, early 2000s, and it just I think it killed it. Just killed it. It's not letting them just have fun and be themselves. You could tell them. Oh, I already read that. Duncan is the goat because I don't think he spent more than $60 on his entire life. Macho was completely unscripted. I think he just was in the break room and grabbing random things that he could bring into his Mean Gene Okerlund. Remember the cream of the crop with the little creamer? I mean, you rise to the top, Macho Man Randy Savage. Everybody does a Savage. Is Griner that dude in Russia jail for THC? Yeah, he is. I think he's still in jail. Yes, he did. I like The Rock though. I may have told you guys. I know I told you this guys you guys this before, but anybody new to the channel, I like The Rock when everybody hated him. Now, before you say, "Oh, you're just saying that," follow me for a second. I stopped watching wrestling when he was Rocky Maivia, so I wasn't there for Die Rocky Die. I wasn't there for all the, you know, haters, if you will, of the third generation superstar. I checked back into wrestling. Maybe the same week, oddly enough, that he started the Rock shtick. So here I am, not having any background of this guy. All I know is there's this arrogant, pompous, funny doofus talking in the third person, raising up his eyebrow, and is like, I like this guy. Why does the crowd hate him? Totally didn't get it. So I remember like when he gave a painting of himself to Farouk, when he threw the belt off the bridge against Austin, just like stuff like that. I love that. I loved it when he did the elbow and it didn't even have a name. So that's the one superstar ahead of the curve on was Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, because I wasn't there for Rocking Maivia 1 second. I only knew The Rock. B-Town Breakdown, my man. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. I watched a little of WCW, but I was a WWF guy, which what it was known as then. Although I did check out a wrestling completely from around 92 to maybe mid 96 because it was getting very cartoony in the WWE. And then NWO kind of piqued my interest. I was kind of checking out what's happening with that. And then a DX, loved DX the minute they were formed. The crowd, oddly enough, they weren't popular right away. I don't want to say I was ahead of the curve on that because they did have fans, but that's one that I grabbed. I like Shawn Michaels. Wasn't really big on Triple H at the point in China. Looked very manly at that time. Until she looked more delightful later in her career. But I immediately liked DX. I thought they were great. Maybe just I don't know. Maybe the fan base was just didn't like them because they were heels, but I thought they were hilarious. Best time for wrestling, Joshua. Absolutely. Nothing I think will ever replicate the 90s when wrestling was drawing over 10 million viewers on Monday nights between Nitro and Raw. Just an incredible time. Dude, I want another super chat. Oh my gosh. He drops another $5 on my face. He says, Salute Rich and all his YouTube buddies on the chat. Our entire club rugby team and Italian national rugby team. Everyone loves him. Please support him. I'll throw up the bicep, but I know I'm not jacked like you, my man. Now here's where I embarrass myself showing my bicep. Thank you for supporting the channel. You're awesome. And here we go. It's getting there a little bit. There's a little bicep. I'm 6'4", so I have long arms. That's my excuse. I don't have big biceps because I'm 6'4". Oh, that's a bad word in wrestling, Frankie. Is Chris Benoit still acknowledged to have existed in the WWE, or did they still edit him out and pretend that he doesn't exist? Curious. I did like Shawn Michaels. I thought he was fantastic. He was a phenomenal in-ring performer, good on the mic. I didn't care that he was a bad guy and like a total prick. And he'll admit it, he was just a jerk at that time, but I liked it. I thought it was hilarious. Giamatti, welcome back from LA. Stone Cold versus, yeah, it sure was Ernesto. That was, now I jumped on when, I will admit, I was the bandwagon in there too Stone Cold was already popular when I started coming around, or he was ascending. Rich, on behalf of all the Celtics Nation, we say thank you for crushing the Lakers' playoff hope and dreams. I'm 6'3" and worked for HEB for 13 years, which contributed to staying in shape into my mid 30s. Nice, Don. I'm 44 myself, so I'm happy I'm happy I can still do athletic stuff. 102, 102. Jabroni. The Rock is 3 seconds away. And The Rock means 3 seconds away from Chuck Norris in your candy ass. Cripper, yeah, Chris, unfortunate what happened with Chris Benoit, but man, as far as in-ring performers go, easily in my top 10. No doubt. Just a tragedy for sure with how his life ended. Never mind his career, how everything ended. No problem, Giovanni. No problem. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Bobby will vouch for this video as he's in the chat, but if anybody missed it, I'm going to put the link to my music video for the making fun of the Lakers. Instead of Big Girls Don't Cry, it's Lakers Fans Don't Cry, and I think you would enjoy that. I know it's good for the channel to have more followers, but I'm so glad the sad Lakers fans aren't here. The NBA pages have been much more peaceful the last 36 hours, I'm sure. Thank you, Keto. Look, it's not all Lakers fans. We got to realize that that night we probably had 50 to 100 Lakers fans in the chat, and there were 5 really bad apples. Just really. So let's not spoil a whole bunch because there's a lot of cool YouTubers out there. Just you get some trolls or just beyond bitter Lakers fans. And I've said this earlier in the stream. For whatever reason, they're absolutely hating the San Antonio Spurs. It's not the San Antonio Spurs' fault the Lakers were eliminated. The Lakers lost 7 games in a row, are 17 games under 500, may not win another game this year if they're going to rest their big 3 or big 4. I think Carmelo's out too. And they finish the year with a 10-game losing streak. That's all on your team. That's on your team for trying to build a championship team, a Hall of Fame roster with a bunch of guys that are past their prime. One guy that can still play at a high level but doesn't play defense. Talking about LeBron James, and is going to start getting more injury dinged up with all the miles on his body. You guys forget, he's been in the league almost 20 years. He's pushing 40, and he's been in the playoffs almost every year of his career. There's a lot of miles in that body. And you traded away some young talent that played really legit defense, like KCP and Alex Caruso. How much does a beer cost? Where? I miss away. Tudo, what another super chat, my man. What you doing over there? He drops another $5. He says 6'4", 258, 36 inches arm length. 36-inch arms. Arm length 8%. I'm not 8% body fat. 6th-year All-Pro first team, 3 World Cup winner, defensive rookie there, 2 times MVP runner, nightmare for every offensive. Is that offensive tackle? All day. Pow. Thank you for the support, man. 36. What's this? 36 inches. 36-inch waist. Or 36-inch arm length. I think your biceps are 36. Your biceps are like Hulk Hogan had the 24-inch pythons. Your arms would be like, you'd be walking around like this. I don't know if you'd be able to play rugby. You won't be able to play rugby. But we're both 6'4". You got me by about 65 pounds, though. You got me by 65 pounds, brother. 65 pounds. I would not want to rumble with you. Nice. Stanford, Bridgeport, New Haven. Just south of me. Sir from the 6th. Thank you. Thank you, sir from the 6th. It feels good not only to make the play-in, but to knock the Lakers out. My biggest issue with the Lakers is they try to buy a championship and not build something. And as a San Antonio Spurs fan, all our championships have been built and not bought. Cat misses the 3. It is Timberwolves ball as the Spurs just love getting up second chance opportunities. Trey Jones will deflect the pass out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolves. 8 seconds on the clock as we start off the second half. Enchiladas in my face. Spurs game and Rich calling it. Bonbon, the Spurs have clinched a spot in the play-in. They are in. They have to beat the Pelicans, who right now are the number 9 seed, and then they become a playoff team. Congratulations to the Spurs from the 6th. You're still here. The Raptors making the playoffs, which means We get your first round pick. Thank you. Keldon Johnson for 3. No good. He's now 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. Kellen having a little bit of a rough night, dropping it in the hole, if you will. Cat's going to drive on Jakob gets a push off. Offensive foul. And he's doing this. What did I do wrong? We can't push off, bro. Linda Hogan is a cougar. LeBron and AD officially out due to Sir Cardinal. I'm always going to call it Sir Cardinal. I don't know how much you're into metal, but I got a 1 minute 20-second song I just dropped in the chat where I troll the Lakers hard. And if we have a timeout with 11:15 to go. For those of you that don't know, I'm a one-man band. I sing, I play guitar, I play bass, I play the drums, and it's a lot of fun. I love making music. If TSR Music could ever if I have to pick one channel to hit 100,000 subscribers next month, I'm picking the music channel. Music has been with me since I heard Quiet Riot's Metal Health when I was 6 years old. I was like, I love metal as soon as I heard that in 1983 on vinyl. We got a timeout, by the way. Two don't think he Big Papa Pump. The dimensions he gave me is probably more Big Papa Pump than Ravishing Rick Rude. Rick was solid and ripped, but he wasn't huge. I mean, compared to me, he was big, but I mean, compared to other WWE wrestlers at that time, Hogan and especially the Ultimate Warrior was a smaller guy. Boston versus Milwaukee tied at 109 with 9 minutes to go. All right. Yes, on vinyl, Bobby. On vinyl. By the way, Yankees Red Sox, series coming up. Just good luck to your Red Sox. I know they're number 1 in your heart because they're number 1 in mine. Was Shiner Buck what? Benedict? Frankie, yes, you can post my Lakers song. If you guys want to share that on Twitter or your Facebook or Instagram or and on a mammogram, wherever you got to share it, I would love for the music channel to grow. That is my truest passion. I love the New York Giants. I love the San Antonio Spurs. But I was a musician long before I discovered those two teams. Or loved music, should I say. Music was my first real passion, and it still is. And I can only dream of that music channel becoming monetized one day. Not because to make any money off of it, but to just feel like I made it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like I'm actually making money off something I created, music. Like I'm creating something here, but music it's different. I'm talking about somebody else. I'm talking about the San Antonio Spurs are doing, the Minnesota Timberwolves, what they're doing. With music, it's something that I created from start, especially if it's an original song. I see your middle finger, and I raise you a middle finger. Rich, what would be worse, getting a Red Sox jersey or an Eagles jersey? Red Sox. I can't stand the Red Sox. They are the team I dislike the most. I probably hate the Red Sox more than I love the Yankees. What's up, brother BKL? Yes, opening season, Yankees and Red Sox, 1 o'clock. Why? I can't watch it anyway. They are challenging the call, by the way. John Ray, good evening. Love the emojis. I always appreciate emojis in the chat, by the way. And a bucket just appeared out of nowhere on the Timberwolves scoreboard. What did I miss? What? Sir from the 6, you like the late. Thank you. I know I was off key in the high notes. I can't hit the high notes. I'm a low voice guy. If you heard the death metal growl vocals in there, but I was like, I'm trolling the team, so bad vocals are encouraged. I mean, System and Down made a career off bad vocals. Oh, did Cat make that bucket on the one they called an offensive foul? So now he was got an and one apparently. A 1 p.m. game is absolutely El Stupido. Love the video, the voice, still like listening to names on Blackboard. Well, all good. My vocals are not for everybody, and death metal vocals are certainly not for everybody. And the high pitched vocals were obviously bad, although on purpose. I mean, I can't hit high notes like that in being key. I just can't. But I didn't care. I'm making fun of the team, so the vocals can be bad there. Joshua Primo misses a shot in the paint, and Cat took a poke to the face. He's down. It's a 4-on-5 for the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns is down the other end, and I don't see him approaching. I was surprised they didn't call a timeout. He finally made his way up the court. And they'll get it to Cat, and he thinks about a three, pulls it down, drives into the paint, and magically hits the shot, and he's okay. He was acting. Had to have been acting. All of a sudden, he's okay and makes the bucket. And the Timberwolves just 69 my San Antonio Spurs. Dang it. Trey Jones, jumper in the paint, short. A fight for the board. And Jakob Poeltl and Karl-Anthony Towns getting a little chippy out there right now. Spurs, 0 field goals in the last 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. We're on one of those runs, huh? Cat for 3. Good. I know this game doesn't matter much in the scheme of things for the Spurs and actually might help our draft position, but I still want to win. Rich trolling the Lakers, a Celtics fan approved. That's it for you. Thank you for stopping in. I'm so happy LeBron goal faker. What? I don't know what that word is, Phil. But yeah, I had to troll the Lakers, guys. I had to. With them just collapsing, I felt like I had to do something this week. And I talked to you guys Tuesday night. I said I was working on a song. I had all that music recorded Tuesday. And I said I would do something if the Lakers lost and the Spurs knocked the Lakers out and the Lakers ended up losing. So I finished the vocals, put the song together yesterday, and got the video done today and uploaded it today. And there you go. Cat is like a mini MB that has an ugly post-up move and a crybaby attitude like LeGM. Okay. Los Angeles equals LeBrongles. LeBrongle? What's a LeBrongle? Was that like somebody has a bromance for LeBron? Oh, LeBron and Angel. Okay, I'm Ray Allen or Reggie Miller. Probably Reggie. I know Ray Allen has a championship. Actually, he's got multiple championships. He had a big shot against my team. But just Reggie had that it factor. Just the trash talk. Just yeah, I'd somewhere I take Reggie. Just the rivalry he had with the Knicks and the Bulls. The Pacers may have won an NBA championship had the Michael Jordan Bulls not just dominated the Eastern Conference in the 90s. Lonnie Walker's out. Romeo Langford played. I don't know if he's injured. Uh, yeah, John Ray, you got to realize though, it's not gonna. If we lose, we already have the play-in spot. I don't know if you guys have anything to play for. We technically don't. I'm still gonna root for my team to win. Don't get me wrong. But if we lose, I'll be like, okay, whatever. It's not gonna bum me out as much if we lost to Tuesday night against the Nuggets. That game meant a lot. But please don't get me wrong, Spurs fans. I want us to lose, but if we lose, I want us to win. Don't be clipping that and saying TSR wants the Spurs lose. I want us to win, but if the Spurs lose, I'll be like, okay, we lost. Apparently, from what I'm hearing from somebody in the chat, that if the Spurs actually lose their next few games and miss the play, they'll get a better draft pick. I'm going to root for them to win the next 2 games. I'll root for them to win in the play-in. Whatever happens, happens. To me, this was a successful year as a Spurs fan. Pop record, making the play-in, fun team to watch. Yeah, a bit of a roller coaster, but we watched our guys grow. Made a ton of trades. Have 3 first-round picks coming up. This is a good season for the Spurs. Yes. Oh, Surfing the Six. I don't know about you. You and I aren't too far off in age. Is 90s basketball your favorite era of the NBA? For me, absolutely. Just even though I didn't like seeing Jordan's team dominate 6 out of the 8 years they were, had the run, I still love 90s basketball. That was when David Robinson was in his prime. Just the big man era, David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, Shaquille O'Neal, Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning, Manute Bol. Who remembers Manute Bol? Joshua Primo misses a 3. The Spurs are down by 15, getting smacked around in the target center right now. Beverly for 3. No good. And Joshua Primo will grab the loose ball, brings it up for the Spurs, drops it off to Devin Vassell. Vassell back to Trey Jones. He thought about a 3, and then he pulled it down. Really have nothing. Win does nothing good for us. Hey, speaking of 3s, I was looking at the chat briefly. We just see hell yeah, 90s ball. Bol. Nah, Manute Bol, man. Manute Bol. Manute Bol is like 7'6", 205 pounds. He looked anorexic. And rest in peace, Manute Bol. That man needed some milk. Blake Beasley baseline 3 is good. He was way too thin for his height. But I remember he hit like 6 threes in a game, and it was hilarious. I can't remember if he played for the Suns or the Sixers, but he hit 6 threes. Imagine a 7'6", 200-pound guy hitting 6 threes. It was awesome. Keldon Johnson's going to take a three. That's no good. Muggsy Bogues, 5'3". Smallest guy, I believe, in the history of the NBA. Malik Beasley's going to take another three. Oh, boy. Well, he played for a lot of teams, Sir Cardinal. I think he hit the 6 threes with Philly. Good old Manupo, rest in peace. This game's getting ugly fast. Jakob Poeltl drives at the paint, lose the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spurs. And oh my goodness, the Spurs are taking it tonight from the Timberwolves. I had to get knocked out of the playoffs by Karl Malone. And oh, me too. Remember Karl Malone knocked out David Robinson with the people's elbow? Before there was a people's elbow? He actually knocked David Robinson out through an elbow. Knocked him out. That's a miss for the Spurs. Back the other way. Quick pull up three is no good. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound. 8 minutes to go. Spurs need a run like now. 100% under 230. Maybe Keldon Johnson pick roll. Gets it over to Trey Jones. Jones back to Keldon. Keldon flies into the paint. Loses the ball. Foul. Looks like he's going to line for two. DeJounte Murray's on my couch, Rudy. DeJounte Murray's on my couch. He's not playing again. He's been out for, is this 4 games in a row now? Yeah, 4th game in a row he's missed. I mean, now unless you're asking me to pick my favorite athlete of all time versus Shaquille O'Neal, I'm going to take David Robinson. Even if that's the wrong choice, I'm taking David Robinson. Gotta. Prime David Robinson was much like Shaq, a physical specimen, but a different type of physical specimen. Shaq was just a tank out there. He was bigger than every center in the league, 7 foot, 300 plus pounds, and strong and early in his career agile. But David was probably the most athletic big man I've seen. The way he could run the court, and he ripped beyond belief. Patrick Beverly Euro steps into the paint, will pass it out, and no three. Anthony Edwards had a chance for a three, ended up taking to the paint and threw down a two-handed dunk as he posterized the whole Spurs defense. Devasel baseline three is good. Devasel's having a good night tonight. He's one of the few Spurs that is. Jim, July draft pick, rookie, not. Yeah, Johnson's not having a good night tonight. This Johnson is soft. Beasley for three again, no good. And are we gonna have a foul on the Spurs in three? Oh no, this foul's gonna go against the Timberwolves. It's not over yet, but man, we need to get going. Big Sean, I wouldn't say that. You never know. Anthony Edwards flexing on Trey Jones. Devasel had a chance for another three. He actually takes the next three now as a step over and it's a total brick. I would have rather he shot that right when he got the pass instead of pausing and then stepping over and then shooting. I think that threw his rhythm off. And we're going to have a timeout. The Timberwolves laying it smack down on my Spurs, 80-65. Yeah, Glaze and Bacon, I'm not, Wolves fans, I think they feel like they're trolling us with the Wolves win. But we literally have nothing to play for. We're rooting for our team, but this game means, what? We can move up to the 9th spot? So we're at home instead of on the road. I think the Spurs have a better do we have a better road record than home record? It might be actually better if we play on the road. They can beat the Pelicans though. They're 2-1 against the Pelicans. After that, we're gonna need like a miracle. We're gonna need Chris Paul to forget how to play basketball if we play the Suns. Probably not likely. Anthony Edwards was flowing. The Sowers trade. Who are the Sowers? I've accidentally typed the Sowers too by mistake. It's one, the P and O are right next to each other. I've called them the Sours occasionally in my community notes. So people are like, wow, you're really down on the Spurs. You're calling them the Sours. I'm like, not intentionally. Not intentionally. By the way, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but Sir from the Six, if you're looking for a channel that's going to cover the NBA playoffs, that's not me anymore. I only cover my team. Spurs, Giants, and maybe a sprinkle of, the Yankees and United States Women's national team. So if you're looking for coverage probably on almost every single game that's being played, Sir from the Six, good channel to check out if you haven't checked them out already. We're 3-1 against the Pelicans? Oh, so we got a real legit shot of beating them, obviously. We've done it before. Well, I guess the bright spot is Karl Anthony Towns for three, no good. If there's any silver lining here, Cat's not going to go for 60 tonight. I didn't realize we played the Pelicans three times. Well, yeah, yeah, four. Yeah, Western Conference, 4 games. Somebody had said we were 2-1, so we were 3-1 against them. All right, take it. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Spurs, unfortunately, down 80-65. We play the Warriors Saturday night. I don't know what Pop's plan is this weekend. If he's going to rest a lot of the guys Saturday or on Sunday or both. Beasley for three again. Well, that first quarter was nice. Keldon is in the paint. Misses it. I think that was Jakob with the tip in. Unless that rolled in. I looked away for a second. 16-point lead for the Wolves. I forgot what I was going to say. Crap. Dang it. Shoot. Beasley for three again. No good. I was going to say, if Beasley hits another three, we're making him look like a Hall of Famer. Win an MVP, probably a big guy. Keldon Johnson drives by the entire Wolves defense as the Spurs just 69 at the Timberwolves. Yeah, Big Sean, I forgot it was 4 times each. Pop got exactly what he wanted, playing the top. Josh, I would agree with that. If the Spurs lose in the play-in, and I've been transparent with you guys, if they lose in the play-in, I'll be sad they lost, but I'll also be like, well, we got a lottery pick. So I'll look at the silver lining with that as Anthony Edwards hits a layup in the paint. Like, I want to win and go to the playoffs, but if we lose, I'll be like, okay, we lost, lottery pick, plus 2 other first-round picks. I can live with that. I won't lose sleep over it. Now, a foul on Anthony Edwards as he gets locked up with Jakob Poeltl. We can win all we want in the play-in. Well, if we go to the playoffs, though, we're out of lottery contention automatically, Joshua. So if you're the one that's been calling for the tank here, you don't want the Spurs to make the playoffs at all. You don't want. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're one of the final 8 teams on each conference, you don't have a lottery pick because the lottery is 14 teams, which the other 16 teams are the playoff teams. Josh Richardson checked in for the Spurs. Keita Bates-Diop has checked in for San Antonio as well as Trey Jones has checked out. And Keldon with the ball right now. Keldon's going to start the drive. Turnaround, spin around jumper is good. Nice shot by Keldon Johnson. He's had 6 games in a row with 20. I think tonight he only has 7. So he's going to need a huge second half to try to hit 20 again. Cat sprints down the court and gets blocked by Blockham. Tried to take it into the paint, and Jakob said, get out of here. Forget about it. Keldon into the paint. Another runner's good and one. Is that the 3rd bucket in a row for Keldon? He's on fire. My man waking up in the 3rd quarter. For those who want to see the Spurs tank, tune the hell out, plain and simple. Besides, we can't have Fiesta without Spurs playoffs. Go Spurs, go. Yeah, I wasn't saying tank, by the way, there. I was just saying if they lose the play-in, I'll be doing, the silver lining thing. I'll be like, okay, sucks we lost, but we got a lottery pick. Actually, Keldon has 13 points tonight. My bad. He had more than I realized. Jakob has 11 points and 12 boards, so a double-double for Blockham. Keldon missed the free throw, but Jakob Poeltl with the putback. That's actually better. That was a 4-point play for us. It's a 10-point game. Yes, I believe if we beat the Pelicans, we're in the playoffs. Or do we have to win? I don't understand the play-in works. If we beat the Pelicans, then do we have to win another game to get in? That three-pointer is no good. Cat with the rebound. Karl Anthony Towns drives. Jump hook is short. Gets another one, and now we're going to have a whistle. We can lose the lottery pick. Veronica, go Spurs indeed. Yeah, Keldon made the layup, got fouled, had the and one, missed the free throw. Jakob Poeltl put it back. How's that a foul on Keldon? That's actually, I got to say, that's a bad call. All right. Timberwolves ball. That was a bad call. That's probably the first real bad call I've seen against the Spurs tonight. Romeo Langford is checked in. Yes, he's not injured himself yet. For now. Jordan McLaughlin with the ball. Out to Cat. Cat, 1-1. Zach Collins, who's just checked in. Back to Jordan. Jordan drives baseline. Back to Cat. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Spurs ball. All right, so if we beat the Pelicans, we face the loser of 7-8. 7-8 winner gets 7 spot, loser plays it. So we have to win 2 games. 7-8 seed plays, play winner is the 7th seed. The 9-10 play winner plays loser. Wow, that's so confusing. I think Kellen just missed a layup in the paint as I was looking at the chat trying to figure out the dang play-in rules. It is Timberwolves ball, 85-75. Still a lot of time left, Spurs fans. 15 and a half minutes to go. Cat with the ball right now, looking to take Collins down 1-on-1. Drives, throws it up off the glass, no good. Yelling at the ref for a foul, not going to get it. Langford gets up the court to KBD. KBD into the paint. The layup is in. And one! Spurs are coming back. Yeah, I guess they play each other and reseed. Spurs are coming back. How about that? Awaz, if this game finishes at 231, you're not going to be too happy, man. Lakers need to win all 3 remaining games to get out of the play-in tournament. I see what you did there. Nicely done. Fair enough, Joshua. McComeback. And I think we had a technical. Jay Rich is at the line all by himself. So that's a team. And he missed it. Technical on Cat, maybe? He was barking at the ref after he missed a shot with Zach Collins defending him. I'm guessing he kept barking up the floor. He's still barking. You don't want to get thrown out of the game, big man. Looks like you got some spit in your beard, too. You might want to clean that out. KBD's free throw's good, and the Spurs are down by 7. Don, you got to read what he said though. Paulo Ventura said the Lakers need to win all 3 remaining games to get out of the play-in tournament. To get out of it. And of course, Anthony Edwards hits a 3 to stop our momentum a little bit. Spurs ball. Romeo Langford takes the ball into the paint. Gets it out to Keldon Johnson. Johnson's going to drive in the paint now. Stops. Pops. Short. No good. Jaden McDaniels with the rebound. Jordan McLaughlin will bring it up the court. Coast to coast. Gets rejected by Keldon Johnson. Nice job, KJ, getting back on transition. KBD will bring it up for the Spurs. KBD drives and turns the ball over. Terrible pass by KBD. Anthony Edwards back up the other end. Not Anthony Edwards, excuse me. Jane McDaniels back up the other end with the layup on the fast break. Spurs back down by 12. Just got it to 7. And just like that, the Timberwolves are back up by 12 with 2:40 to go. And now another turnover by the Spurs. Zach Collins was trying to feed KBD in the paint, and it went off his hands. Cut it to 7. And just like that, back to double digits. How quickly the tide turns in the NBA. Jordan will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Gets it back to Anthony Edwards. Edwards pick and roll with Cat. Another pick and roll with Cat. Edwards at the free throw line. Thinks about shooting, and he will get it over to Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns in the paint. Jump hook. Throws it right at the rim. No good. Looking for a foul again. Not getting the calls tonight. This Spurs ball, 2:11 to go. Spurs are in the bonus. Not that that's helping at all this quarter. Devin Vassell on three-point lane over to Josh Richardson. Richardson rifles it into Zach Collins. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And we're going to have a foul instead on Taurean Prince. We're locked in the play-in. The Spurs are automatically locked in the play-in. They can't do any worse than 10th. They can't do any better than 9th. I like to make sure it's not in your regular season record that determines your draft sets you win the play-in. Oh, okay. Got you, Joshua. Zach Collins at the line for 2. First free throw is good. 11-point game. 90-78, 2:02 to go. Thank you, J-Rod. Appreciate it. Can we get to 150 thumbs up? Are we close to 150? We got 146. We need 4 more thumbs up for 150. Would love to hit that. Last stream went to 400, but that was a huge win over the Nuggets. So a little different situation as the Spurs were trying to clinch the play-in, and they would that night. Edwards in the paint, layup, as the Spurs defense just looked discombobulated there. 92-80. I said discombobulated. I meant it. Zach Collins was open briefly for 3, pulls it down, gets it to Jay Rich. He'll take a 3. No good. Drew Eubanks got 20 versus the Pelicans. Drew Eubanks! Yep, Dwan, the old third quarter Spurs. Anthony Edwards in the paint, misses a layup. Spurs on the run. Devasel pushes the ball up the court, gets it to Jay Rich. Jay Rich over to Zach Collins. Thunder dunk of justice in the paint. Boom, shakalaka. Who number one pick? Anthony Edwards? Was Anthony Edwards a number one pick when he was drafted? He was a top three pick, right? If there's any Timberwolves fans in the chat, what was Anthony Edwards? I feel like he was first or second, wasn't he? I can't remember. Timberwolves ball right now. Driving into the paint, and another jumper in the paint. Jaden McDaniels. No defense in the paint by the Spurs. Anthony Edwards was number one. I'm glad Drew Yanks is doing well in Portland as well. I'm happy for him. You should find a team next year. Maybe he'll stay with Portland. But he's proved his worth. I'm glad he has. Didn't really fit here, but he's fitting somewhere else. And Derek White's winning in Boston, so good on everybody. Zach Collins for three, no good. Edwards with the rebound, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter, 90-42. Edwards one-on-one with Devasel, crossover, step over three. I mean, you can't. How do you defend that? We were down by 7, and now we're down by 15 as the shot clock is off with 19 seconds to go. Spurs fans. Those third quarter Spurs, man. Those third quarter Spurs. Vassell's wide open for three and missed it. Like he could have made a sandwich out there. Prince for three, no good, and the Spurs will be down 15 going into the fourth quarter. Oh, goody. Naked HD's in the chat. My favorite. Bucks are beating the Celtics. We got 250 thumbs up. That's cool. Take it. I'll take it for tonight. Looks that's acceptable. Fourth quarter. The Spurs did have a good fourth quarter against the Nuggets. Can they repeat history? They'll have to outscore the Timberwolves by 16 to win the darn game. Anthony Edwards, first pick, first round. Thank you, Dave. I thought he was first, but I wasn't sure. The prune, we don't have any sandwiches. We need the sandwich. I don't think the sandwich is ever going to play for the NBA in the NBA again. Luka Samanic, I think he's done. Anthony Edwards was a first overall pick. Cat was a first too. Wow. Who's not playing, Chris? DeJounte Murray, Jacques Landale, D'Angelo Russell, Doug McDermott, Lonnie Walker. I don't know who else is out for the Timberwolves. I'm sorry. I just know D'Angelo's out. A church regular season record that determines draft slot. Okay. So if you do make the playoffs, like the Spurs make the play, if the Spurs won the whole thing, obviously likely not happening, but if they won the whole thing, would they still get a lottery pick based on their record? Grew up wanting to be a football, so soccer. Do you think we'll be okay with losers game? Huh? And ping pong balls or whatever it is now after that. Are they even still using ping pong balls or is it all like electronic? Saturday's game, Spurs versus Warriors, will be locally. Nice, Dwan. It's not going to be shown on the NBA Team Pass. It's going to be on NBA TV. But I'm letting you guys know. More than likely, I'm not going to call the Warriors and Spurs game. The game probably not going to mean. Actually, doesn't really mean anything. There's a UFC Saturday night, so I want to get together with a buddy and go to Hooters. That's a tradition, and he might be getting a second job. That might be the last time we hang out in a long time. Hashtag sad face. I was like, you know what? I should probably go because I don't know if and when we'll hang out again on a Saturday night for the UFC. So plus I don't have NBA TV, so yeah, I'm probably not calling the game. Ken is a lifesaver here. Oh, Ken's is a lifesaver. It's got to be. Ernie, I want to win the game. The Spurs could lose out, and I don't think it affects their season that much. I hope they don't. I don't want to go into the play-in with a 3-game losing streak. They can't finish any worse than 10th. They can't finish any better than 9th. From what I understand, if they do miss the playoffs and lose in the play-in, having a worse record these last 3 games may help them. So if they lose, just we'll be unhappy. You know, for us that don't believe in the tank, it'll suck they lose. But I just try to keep looking at the silver lining. Josh Richardson starts off with a 3 to start the quarter, and it's no good. Our 3-point shooting's been off quite a bit lately. Jerome, UFC pay-per-views are always awesome, and I like Hooters. Yeah, the restaurant's not bad either. Edwards, step back three. Yeah, boy. That's 100 already for the Timberwolves. Zach Collins over to Trey Jones. Jones out three-point lane, guarded by Anthony Edwards. Back into Collins in the paint, guarded by Naz Reid. Jump hook over Naz Reid's going to go in and out burger for Zach Collins. 182, 11 minutes to go. I'd like to see a much closer game than this, just to have it be interesting. Anthony Edwards turns the ball over. KBD picks up the loose ball, get it up to Trey Jones. I just don't like blowouts on either side, generally speaking. The Spurs can at least try to make this interesting. Make it a little interesting. Zach Collins going to take a three. Swish! All right, stretch five. Congratulations, Jay Money. Yes, they are, Alan. They're a very good team. Yes, Sirski, yeah, the loss was expected. I was hoping we'd play a little closer game than this. And Edwards gets fouled on a three. He's going to go to the line for 3 free throws by fouling on Josh Richardson. I was hoping for a closer game. But, bright side, Karl Anthony Towns isn't going to drop 60 points on us again. I don't want us to lose by a lot, Joshua, because one, it doesn't feel good as a fan, but it hurts my channel. Because if you guys have seen when there's blowouts, there's less people in the chat. I mean, that's just the way it is with any YouTuber that does sports. If there's a blowout, people don't care. Full-time Spurs fan, he's out. Giannis 29, Middleton 22, Holiday 29, Porter 17, Lopez 15. Robert, there's a lot of time left. There's 10.5 minutes, but we need a run like now. Like what we did against the Utah Jazz. We need one of those type of runs now. We can't just keep Machine 78. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in. We need to. There is no tomorrow. Like Apollo Creed said in Rocky 4. There is no Rocky 3. There is no tomorrow. Josh Richardson, pick and roll with Zach Collins. Back out to KBD. KBD drives into the paint. Runner is no good. Gets his own miss and puts it back. Need to play some D, though. Thank you, Dennis. Robert says, hang in there, folks. I'm trying to hang. Whether it's to the left or right, I'm trying to hang. Naz Reid guarded by Trey Jones. It's like man and boy standing next to each other. Anthony Edwards takes another Anthony Edwards is on fire. You need to put me in the game, Pop, and just have me clothesline him. Give him a clothesline from hell. And get him out of the game. Got to play dirty. 105-87, and it's not like we're leaving Edwards open. He's just hitting everything. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Spurs. 7 on the shot clock. You caught that one, Dennis? Thank you, Ernie. I will. I will. My Kellman's right here, man. I haven't been able to flash it up as much as I'd like. Should I even watch this massacre on YouTube full game highlight? Juan, you don't need the full game highlights of this. Joshua Primo, wide open 3. Hey! We just need to play some defense. I don't think you need the highlights, really. Well, Joshua Primo started early in the game with a nice alley-oop dunk, so maybe watch the first 30 seconds of highlights, and then you can check out. How's that sound? Edwards drives to the paint, throws up the layup. Good. The Spurs can't stop Anthony Edwards now. Is he going to drop 40 on us? Timeout Spurs, 9 minutes to go. Keep showboating on the court. I got to say, I'm not down with that. But Kelvin does that a little too with the flexing, so not really a big fan when he does it either. It's like an advertisement for top draft picks. Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. Unfortunately, I think the Timberwolves go as far as the Spurs do in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. Second round. I'm just stating a fact, not trying to troll. I just don't think the Wolves they're going to be one of they're one of those teams this year that's going to be good enough for the playoffs and have some games where you think like these guys are legit. But I think the Western Conference winner, it's got to be the Phoenix Suns. June Allen, thank you for stopping in from Ozami City, Philippines. There we go. Am I a Jets fan, Dax? You're joking, right? You got to be kidding. I know you're trolling. There's no way you can take a look around this channel and ask that legitly. At least I don't think you can. Last three games should be used to fine tune, stay healthy, and prepare for the plan. I would agree, Alex. Romeo with +4, Jay Rich with +1, and everyone else negative. That's what I like to see, Phil. I mean, that means I have a better plus minus than most of the Spurs because I got a plus minus of 0. J Rod Steelers, okay. I'm okay, Giovanni. Are you okay? Doing all right. Don't like seeing my team down by 17. Alan, thank you for stopping in from Makati City and getting crushed. While this was partially expected, after we played Denver so well, I thought we'd play the Timberwolves a little better. Like, I didn't expect us to win, to be transparent, but I didn't think we'd be down by 17 in Q4. Like, maybe down 8 or 9 in the fourth quarter, but not down double digits, nearly 20. Goose Sports, my man! Goose, we're going to see you in the play-in. Goose is a Pelicans fan. Hopefully, Goose, you can actually watch the Pelicans game. It'll be on ESPN. But good luck to your team. Good luck to mine, obviously, and glad we're gonna have a little rivalry for one night only. Yeah, Anthony Edwards is looking to get his career high. Many players do get their career highs against us. Juan, we're coming back from a commercial break. I'll give you the time in just a moment. We do need a shot. Rich, did you decide if you're streaming both rounds of the NBA draft? Phil, I will stream the Spurs' first 3 picks. I'll probably just do a reaction video for the second pick. Maybe. What? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And a foul on the Timberwolves. 8:47 to go, by the way. Spurs remaining scheduled. They have the Warriors Saturday night, not calling that. The Mavericks on Sunday, which the Mavericks might have something to play for. Louis. Yes, you can watch your own team in your own city. Kellen Johnson, open baseline 3 is good. Just need to stop Anthony Edwards. Sweet. Webcams chat. Dating adult chat 18 plus is in the house. That's how you know when you've made it on YouTube. When porn is in your chat. Anthony Edwards drives by the entire Spurs defense for the most part. And hits another layup. Trey Jones back the other end with a crazy reverse layup. Gets fouled going to the line for 2. Hey, I'm waiting for you. Or hey, I'm waiting on you. Bow chicka wow wow, bow chicka wow wow, bow chicka wow wow boom. Whoa, what was that? Kellen with 16 now, 4 points away from his 7th 20-point game in a row with 8-13. Can he do a little stat pattern and try to get that? Trey Jones' first free throw is good. I'm glad I'm making somebody laugh. After Spurs' second round pick, you have my permission to take off. You made them both. 14-point game. We just need some stops. Let's get some stops. In the name of Spurs, before you watched Bill Burr. That was terrible. Terrible! Jordan McLaughlin will pass it out to Noel. Noel's going to drive into the paint. Throws up a tough layup. No good. Offensive foul. All right. Hey, I'll take that kind of stop. You are the best. You make me LOL. I like to make people laugh. I really do. I think that's, I like to call play-by-play, root for my team, but I like to joke around too. J-Rod, exactly. Come on. Come on, Spurs. Let's make a game out of this. 109.95. Trey Jones drives into the post, throws up a layup, and it's good. And 1. All right. Why is my Xbox on? I must be downloading an update. Sorry. Kite, I'll get the time for you in just a moment. We're in a replay, so that was a foul. He got hit pretty hard on his layup. 7:37. The Spurs might still have a chance. You should put the crybaby pick. Do I still have that pick? Oh, yeah, I do. I think I do. Is this it? You made the free throw. That's not it. Shoot, I gotta find it. Let me update the score, though. I'll try to do that during the next timeout. 109-90, and a turnover by the Timberwolves. Spurs have a fast break. Jay Rich in the paint. Thunder dunk of justice. It's down to single digits with 7:20 to go. 9-point lead. The Spurs are making a comeback. Unknown, good evening. And he clinched heater number 1. Shut the front door, Phil. Spurs on a 7-0 run in the last minute. My nose just got runny in all excitement. Hope nothing came out. Well, that would be terrible. Pull up 3 is no good. Karl-Anthony Towns with the rebound. Get it out to Jordan. Jordan for 3. Jordan McLaughlin hits the 3 after the Jalen Noel missed 3, and that one hurt as the Spurs were on a run and a big 3. 12-point game. At least we're not going, not laying down. Kelvin Johnson with the ball, drives into the paint. Jumper off the glass, no good. And it's going to be Timberwolves ball at 6.5 minutes to go. Jordan's open again for 3. McLaughlin for another. Wow, that just totally killed all the Spurs momentum. We just got it to single digits, and like that, it was gone. Jakob Poeltl jumper is good. And a timeout, 6:15 to go. I thought DeJounte would be back by now, guys. I don't know what's up with him. Let's see if I can find that image. It might be in my downloads. There it is. How's that? I know he's on DeJounte Murray's body, but whatever. You always have to travel for your job? Oh, that sucks. I work from home, man. I'm not bragging. That's LeBron James as a Spur. How's he looking? Gotta have fun, right? What the hell? I just walked to the fridge and we done. Yes, Jose gave up 2 quick threes to Jordan McLaughlin. Holding DJ out till we play. I don't know what they're. I don't want him to wait that long, Big Sean. I mean, you got to have him 100% healthy. I clearly think we have a better chance to beat the Pelicans with him than without him. What happened to Luka Samanic, Chrissy? He's gone. Luka Samanic got cut from the Spurs. There was he looked bad in the preseason earlier before this regular season started, and there was a game where he gave up on a play. When the Spurs turned the ball over, he was just like 1 step, 2 step, and he stopped running. Where he probably could have stayed with the other defender. And it was funny because people in the chat were like, when I was live for it, like, well, it's the preseason. You can't, you got to avoid being injured, da da da. I was like, he might get cut because of that. And sure enough, the next day he got cut. Out. There's still enough time if Anthony Edwards decides to sit and update his Facebook profile. That's true. LeGM said he wants to play for Pop, yet skip the Olympics. Missed his chance. We may skip on Bronny just to avoid. I don't want LeBron James on the team. Not at this point in his career. He's a completely different player. No, he's clearly past his prime. He's getting dinged up more and more over the last few years. The Lakers, I forgot their one championship with LeBron was the bubble championship. So if there's no bubble, I don't know if they win that year. Not going to asterisk it because you could asterisk the Spurs' first championship, which was during the 50-game season. But I do wonder if they would have still won had there been no bubble. Luka, well, I would take Luka Doncic's career. Heck yeah, he played in the NBA. He played for the Spurs for 2 years, mostly the Austin Spurs, but still. You think the Spurs are going to play the first rounders they get from draft this season? Let's hypothetically say the Spurs lose the play-in, and say they pick 8th or 9th overall. I think that player will get played. If they do draft 3 players in the first round, I can't see that happening. But if they do, I think the other 2 guys go to the G League, and the second round are clear to the G League, unless they explode in the preseason and show us something that makes us go, "Whoa, we can't send you to the G League." All right, Giovanni. LeBron would want to get rid of the young guys and make the. Yes, Jesse. Yes, he would probably want a lot of veterans to come in, and I would not want that. Carlos Jeter, como está, mi hombre? Thank you for stopping in. Jared Williams, thank you for stopping in. And we have 2 free throws for Jordan McLaughlin, and the Spurs were just down by 9 a few moments ago, and they're back down by 14 with 6 minutes to go. Brandon, I would love to work for the San Antonio Spurs, but I don't think they're ever going to be calling me up or hitting me up on email. Baseball is back. There, Phil. Yes, Lucas Samanic was employed by the San Antonio Spurs for 2 years. Facts. Spurs got most of their starters in there, so they're still trying. Keldon Johnson into the paint, stops, pops, no good, fouled, going in the line for two. Yankees and Red Sox tomorrow, Jared. 1 o'clock game though. What's up with that? 1 o'clock? How are you gonna do that? I mean, people work. Go Padres. Well, Ely, I don't necessarily agree with that, but Tony Gwynn was one of my favorite players in the 80s and 90s. May he rest in peace. What a fantastic hitter. Keldon Johnson missed the first free throw. Go Sox! Phil, you're just trolling. There's no way you're a Red Sox fan. Or are you? San Antonio Spurs, Atlanta Falcons, and are you a Braves? You're a Braves fan, aren't you? I think you're a Braves fan. Keldon made the second one. Yeah, I saw that got postponed. 1 o'clock. Unfortunately, Jared, I can't watch most of the Yankees games this season. I don't have the Yes Network. And I'll probably be getting one of the slings so I can have ESPN to watch the play-in game, and also may need it for. Gosh, I'm gonna get this. Wow, one play-in game. I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I was like, wait, I'm gonna get pay $35 for one game. I'll have to figure something out. Timberwolves ball, 5.5 minutes to go. Beverly for three, no good. Jakob with the rebound. The Spurs will need another huge run right now to make this game interesting. Keldon Johnson whips it over to Trey Jones. Jones drives to the paint and was fouled. Wow, turning into a foul fest. Kirby Puckett. Rest in peace as well. Dang, Kirby and Tony. Aaron Gordon on fire right now? Is he? I may get hate, but I'm an Astros fan. If I watch them when they're 50-100, that's fair, TK. I'm not going to hate on you. I hate what the team did. Just like I hate what the Lakers did trying to buy a championship this year, but I don't hate their fan base. I do dislike the extreme toxicity some of their fan base brought into my chat Tuesday night, but overall, you know, all good. Brandon, they can still win, but man, they need to 5 minutes and 12 seconds left. They're gonna have to. They need like a 8-0 run right now, like right now. KBD, Trey Jones, Jakob Josh Richardson, and Kellen Johnson out on the floor for San Antonio. Oh, Jose Astros too. Lakers chick bounced good. My second favorite is anyone playing the Yankees. Wait, is Anthony Edwards nicknamed Ant-Man? I honestly didn't know that, if it is. I don't know why Aaron Hicks is still there, J Money, because he stinks! By the way, Carlos, my apologies if you watched that Lakers troll video. I know you're a Lakers fan, but I had to do it. I had to make fun of him. Not the one I did on this channel. Trey Jones missed the first free throw. The one I did on TSR Music where I sang Lakers fans cry to the tune of Big Girls Don't Cry. Nothing against you. He made the second one. Not helping a run by missing free throws, guys. Virgin Islands in the house. It is Timberwolves by ball. 5 minutes to go. Anthony Edwards has been killing the Spurs tonight. Last time it was Cat. This time it's Anthony Edwards. Cat with the ball right now. Dished it in, and a missed dunk by Jaden McDaniels. Spurs on the run down the other way. Trey Jones out to Josh Richardson. Richardson back to Trey Jones. He's wide open for three. Doesn't take the three because, well, he doesn't usually make the three. He'll get into the paint instead, throw up the layup, and it's good. 117-106. The Spurs are in the bonus, which is good and bad because if Jakob gets fouled, well, there's just as much of a chance he makes the free throw as he misses it. So I think he's shooting 48 or 49% from the line this year. Edwards takes on the whole Spurs defense, misses, gets fouled, going on the line for two. 117-106, 4:25 to go. The Spurs starters are mostly in. DeJounte Murray is out. Murray's out. Hack a turtle. Yep. My prediction is Aaron Judge 70. 70? I don't know if I could do Yankees games at all this year, Carlos. I don't have the Yes Network. So I don't even know. I mean, obviously, I'll have nothing really to cover live in June besides the upcoming NFL draft and NBA draft. Nothing live really in May, June, or July or August. I don't think I really want to cover the NFL preseason. It's so blah. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, if the Yankees and Red Sox are on Fox, I can cover it because I get Fox, but I don't get the S Network. I don't get ESPN either, or TBS, or TNT, or any of those channels. Josh Richardson's going to take a corner three, no good, and it's just going to go out of bounds. 4:11 to go. Pelicans beat the Blazers. Yeah, I don't think Judge is hitting 70. I would love to see him hit 50, but 70. Well, Carlos, don't pick on him because I was doing this earlier in the stream. People are saying LeBron James to the Spurs, so sorry, Carlos. It's LeBron as a Spur. Lorenzo Carter, he's decent. Falcons signed him. Can you imagine me trying to call Spurs games with LeBron as a Spur? I would root for him clearly if he was a Spur, but man, it would just feel so weird. Kellen Johnson, 3-pointers made by season. His rookie year 13, his sophomore year 60, this year 158. You do, yeah. LeBron said he'd like to play with Steph Curry, and Steph Curry said, "I'm good right now. I'm good right now." I don't know what LeBron's going to do next year. While we're in a timeout, does he stay with the Lakers? The Lakers are an aging team with I don't know. Is he have a player option, a team option? He's jumped ship before, and he wants to win now, especially at his age. He's not coachable. And he's gonna wherever he goes, he's going to have a lot of control over the team. Probably too much at this point, which is why I think it worked in Miami with Pat Riley being the GM there. He didn't have that. I think it's better if he's a player and just player only. 4 minutes to go. Spurs down by 13. Edwards for three again. Hey, he actually missed one. I'm happy Gary Sanchez is gone as well. He stunk. Kellman gets into the paint, gets it to KBD. KBD reverse layup's good. The Spurs are trying to make it interesting. It's an 11-point game, 119, 108, both teams in the bonus. Edwards with the ball again. We'll pass it out to Beverly. Beverly, one-on-one with Keldon Johnson, going to launch the three. Man, the three-point shooting has just been on for the Timberwolves tonight. Gio got traded, Joshua. Gio Urshela and Gary Sanchez gone. Keldon pull-up jumper in the paint's no good. Fouled going to the line for two. The Timberwolves are 20 of 47 from the beyond the arc. 47 freaking threes. 20 of 47. The Spurs are 10 of 26. No, LeBron would not have control over Pop, Jerome. I agree 100%. And maybe that's what Pop, maybe that's what LeBron needs. I'm not, calling for him to come to the Spurs, but maybe he needs a head coach that's just not going to take any crap. Calvin missed another free throw. What's happening, man? You been practicing with Jakob? Slow down. Make your shot. That is not cool, Phil. Would I rather have LeBron or number two? I just stopped watching basketball. I just quit. I'd be done. TSR out. Yes, the Timberwolves have had our number all year. Junior, I agree. Nice, Jacob. 13-point game, 3 minutes to go. Malik Beasley, guarded by Joe. Joe Wieskamp's in there? He missed a shot. Really? I mean, we're trying to win here at the end, and Joe Wieskamp's in there? All right. Joe Wieskamp for three. No good. I mean, no disrespect, but I guess Pop's just trying to give the young guys some experience. All right. Not the optimal line if you're trying to win. If anything, I would have Zach Collins and Jakob out there to give us some freaking size so we can get some offensive boards and some defense in the paint. Because Edwards just slices and dices the whole Spurs defense, but misses the layup in the paint. Keldon will bring it up for the Spurs. Drives into the paint. Awkward layup is good. Falling down. Is that Keldon's 20th point? Is that his 7th game in a row with 20? Good for him if it is. I feel like he's close to 20. I don't know if he has 20. 122, 111. By the way, if you guys haven't hit the thumbs up, I would appreciate it. It does help the channel. Beverly for 3 again, no good. Rebound to Joe Wieskamp, and Keldon will bring it up for the Spurs. 2 minutes to go. Joe Wieskamp drives, gets it over to KBD. Baseline jumper is a total brick. May have been partially blocked. Lakers are beating the Warriors. What? The Lakers are beating the Warriors without anybody? Here comes K-Cock. What? Oh my gosh, we got a K-Cock sighting. K-Cock! Anthony Edwards drives in the paint, misses another layup, and he's going to get fouled and go to line for 2. Keldon does have 20. All right. Is it 8 now? John Bonilla Zollins. Is that Zach Collins' name abbreviated into 1? Tracy, there's not enough time for us to come back. 136. It's just time to run it out. Joe Mama's a free agent next year. Oh, yeah, you guys asked me he's not going to be a Spur next year. I never really got to that. I'll probably do a video on that. I'm going to need something to talk about in the offseason. Edwards misses the first free throw. Hope Joe becomes a frequent bench player. Joe Wieskamp. Zach Collins checking in. Devontae Kaycock checking in. Yes, benches emptying out. But I appreciate everybody that hung out tonight. Let's be honest, Spurs fans. We thought we could win this game, but we knew that it was likely we wouldn't. So instead of Karl Anthony Towns dropping 60 on us, I think Anthony Edwards has got to be close to 40 if he doesn't have it already. Joe Wieskamp with the ball, and yeah, it's all bench players except for Primo in there. Zach Collins in the paint, layup is good, and 1. So trying to make the score respectable at the end in old El Garbage time. And this game goes over 230 total points. I'm going nuts. It's at 236. Hey, somebody said under 230 for sure. Who was that? Rich, did you purposely emphasize? Yes, I did emphasize that. Of course. Edwards has 47? Wow. Spurs defense giving up career highs. So he's gonna shoot again. He's gonna try to go for 50. He takes a quick 3. Nope. Joe Wieskamp with the rebound. He wants that 50. He wants that 50 spot. He's probably going to take every shot the rest of the game, all minute of it. Joshua Primo to the paint with the layup, and the Spurs are making the final score look respectable. 56 seconds to go. C.A. Janglish, there's 50 seconds left. Anthony Edwards with the ball again. He's going to take another 3. Missed the 3. And offensive board. Edwards for 3 again. No good. Zach Collins with the rebound. He'll get it up to Devontae Kaycock. Out to Joshua Primo. Primo's going to drive into the paint. Runner is good. And now there's a Timberwolf down on the floor, grabbing the back of his head. Edwards still with the ball, takes another 3 and missed it. Spurs on the run. Zach Collins gets it to Joe Wieskamp into the paint, and he gets hit from behind and fouled, going to the line for 2. All this screwing around, trying to get the 3-point, get Anthony Edwards 50 points has actually made it. Oh, they took a 2 away? What happened? I had 1. Where did our buckets go? They took a bucket away. I had a 123, 118, and a bucket just got taken off. Nope, they put it back up. Because the NBA freaking team pass always screws up. I had it right. You guys see this all the time. I have the score right, and then they have it wrong. It is 123, 118. It is. You need to stop throwing up those threes. No, Butterfly, they had 118, and then they changed it to 116. He missed the free. We have missed so many free throws tonight. If the Spurs could make their dang free throws, we'd be down by like 1 or 2. Joe Wieskamp at the line for one more, 123, 118. Pop is bringing Trey Jones back in. And he made the second free throw. And now KBD will foul Anthony Edwards, put him to the line. 9 seconds to go. These free throws are killing us. Butter, are you guys? No. Can T-Wolves backdoor cover the 7? I don't know. Edwards was trying to stat pad. He absolutely was. 123, 119 with 9 seconds to go. Edwards launching 3 after 3, trying to get to 50 points, putting personal accolades ahead of the team. Let's be honest. Not the best thing to do there. Papa C, actually, I'm going to do a year-end report card probably, Arnold. After the Spurs season's over, I think I'll have SSPN on if they're willing. And now Joshua Primo gets fouled immediately. They're going to try. They're going to get the ball at Anthony Edwards. They're going to try it again the 50-point at the free throw line. That's exactly what they're doing. They're putting Primo at the line, and then they're going to get the ball to Edwards again. But it'd be better than a C, Arnold. It'd be better than a C web. I can tell you that much. Ryan, there's 8.4 seconds left. So if you guys get a thumbs up, I'd appreciate you if you hung out tonight. Spurs made it kind of interesting at the end, but they've missed. I feel like they've missed a lot of free throws. I hope they do, John. I hope they do. Taiwo, John, if you want to get your career high, just play the Spurs. I hate to say it. That's kind of a fact. Can we see the free throw shooting on Google? No, we can't. I got to go to NBA.com. Second free throw from Primo is going to rattle around and go in. 125, 121. And a 5-second violation. They're trying to get the ball to Anthony Edwards. They are screwing around, trying to get him 50 points, and it's making it a game. They just turned the ball over. The Timberwolves turned it over, trying to force the ball to Anthony Edwards, and it's a 5-second violation. This is, wow. They keep screwing around, and it's, what a weird final few minutes this has been. I think the free throws are killing us tonight. Let me take a look. The Spurs are 25 of 34 from the line. They've missed 9 free throws. That's 73.5%. The Wolves have made 23 of 29, which is good for 79%. So if the Spurs shot 79%, that's what, 2 more free throws at least? Yeah, probably 2 more free throws, roughly. They can make 2. I mean, Kellen's 4 or 7. He's usually better than that. Everybody else has been kind of like 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Just 2 more free throws, and it's a 1-possession game. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Dang those free throws. Pop will say, make a free throw! This last minute and a half has been a train wreck as they have been trying to force Anthony Edwards into his 50th point. They're trying to get him the ball in every possession. He's got 49, which is a career high. If somehow in this last 8.4 seconds the Spurs win this game, this will go down as a massive embarrassment. Spurs ball. We're going to need an extremely quick bucket. Very quick bucket. Pop is still rolling though with Devontae Kaycock. He's going with actually the young guys. KBD, Joshua Primo, Joe Wieskamp. Yeah, he's just all right, whatever. Live by the young guys, die by the young guys. I'm all in on it. Trey Jones gets the ball into Wieskamp. Quick pull-up jumper is bouncing around, no good, and that's the game. And Cat's fouled. 3.5 seconds. Hey, we made it interesting at the end. Congratulations, Wolves fans. 2 of your players had career highs against us. Anthony Edwards with 49 and Cat with 60. I don't know what to say to that. Melistic, what's going on? You should probably do 5 thumbs down, John Ray. 5 for the championships that we have, and then I'll give you 0 thumbs up for the championships your pathetic franchises had. Just kidding. Karl Anthony Towns at the line for 2. Makes the first one. Phil, his wanting the 50 almost cost the Timberwolves a game. Yeah, we missed a lot of free throws, guys. Didn't help. You're welcome, Robert. Have a good night. A lot of the guys have to make free throws. We did try butterfly. It was an expected loss, but they did at least fight to the end and somehow made a game of it. Cat taking all day on this free throw. He made it. We did get 200 likes. That's awesome. And yes, Melissa, I think we're going to be much better next year. I think we're a true legit four, a power forward. Joshua Primo, quick three, no good. And that's the game. 127. Oops, I forgot to put the free throws on the board. My bad. 127, 121. Spurs fans, hopefully DeJounte Murray comes back before the play-in. That's my biggest concern. Is DeJounte Murray's. This is how I feel. Yeah, DeJounte Murray feels like this now. 127, 121. I'm not Carl. I can't say Cat sucks, man. He's one of the best big men in the. Come on, you know that's not true. I don't think the Timberwolves are going to be good enough to go anywhere after that. I think they'll make the playoffs. I have them getting knocked out in the second round. Um, but you never know. Let's get to the box score. We'll take a look at the Timberwolves first. Anthony Edwards, career night against my team, 49, 6, and 8. 16 of 28 from the field, 6 of 14 from the arc. Hey, he was 11 of 14 from the line. That's 79%. He makes one more free throw. He's got David Robinson's number. Jared Vanderbilt with 6 and 9. Cat with 21 and 13. Malik Beasley with 11. Patrick Beverly with 8, 5, and 8. So nice triple single there by Patrick Beverly. Jaden McDaniels with 10. Jordan McLaughlin with 8. Torian Prince with a donut. The only Timberwolf that didn't score, and he rocked a minus 11, so bad night for him. Naz Reid with 3, and Jalen Noel with 11 for the San Antonio Spurs. Devin Vassell with 18, Keldon Johnson with 26 and 5. Keldon with his, 7th or 8th game in a row with 20 points, so that's cool. Jakob Poeltl with 15 points and 17 boards and 3 block shots. Jakob actually did a decent job against Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, Cat had 21 points. That's a heck of a lot better holding him in check compared to the 60 he dropped on us last time. Joshua Primo with 12 points. Trey Jones with 14, 3, and 8. Did have 2 turnovers, which is a lot for him considering he hadn't turned over the ball like the last 3 games. Off the bench, Josh Richardson with 11. KBD with 14 and 7. Romeo Langford, 3 points. Zach Collins with 13. Zach's been playing better lately. Joe Wieskamp with 1. And K. Cock with none. Well, Golden State Warriors Saturday night, my friends. I don't think I'm calling that game. I'll be at the UFC for that. Evan, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I'm probably not calling that Warriors game. I don't have NBA TV. There's a UFC. I know NBA TV is only $6, so I mean, your generous super chats would cover that. But I think I'd rather just watch UFC with my buddy, who might be the last UFC with him for a while, as in like a year or two, because he might be getting a second job on Saturday night. So at least want to get that in. I will cover Sunday's game, which could be totally meaningless. Technically, these next 2 games are meaningless. I mean, you're playing for pride. You're playing because you're a Spurs fit. They're playing because they want to win. But we're pretty much locked up at the 10th seed now. So now I'll just call Sunday's game for fun, and then we have the play-in shortly after that. So, DJ out versus the Warriors. You're welcome, Butterfly. Dang. I want to wrap it up, my friends, and jump on my Xbox because, well, why not? Thank you all for being here. If you didn't hit the thumbs up already, please do so on the way out. And that's all I got. Until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sport? Oh, I gotta. Chrissy, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'll be happy again. I was just about to leave, and she threw me down a cute little number 1 sticker, so thank you for the $5 super chat. I would have felt terrible if I left, and then you had sent that. So thank you. Appreciate the support of the channel. Let's run that back again. A little rewind. What you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!